Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geeking Out. I'm yours truly, the Dave Fighter here with my boy, Aries 6-scale freaking Cantina, the man with the plan, the man with the 1,000 subscribers hit count today, baby. Get a round of applause. Get a round. I think I got a sound effect here. Let me see. Do I have sound effects? I thought there's a sound effect here. Do they? I don't know. But yes, my man with the plan hit 6-scale. The 6-scale Cantina has hit 1,000 subscribers. Hit him up, baby. People, say congratulations.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. Okay, okay, that's better because it's cutting me off right here.
Listen, I'm pumped up, baby. You know I am. But listen, I'm going to contain myself. We're going to have a nice laid-back show. We're going to talk very sophisticated. No way, brother.
No way. You just gonna go in. You just gonna go in. But congratulations, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
What's hilarious is that this is also a congratulations stream for Aries as well. So it just fits right in.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Well, I'm pumped up. There's a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot going on, right?
Oh yeah. There's a whole lot of things. There's news coming out about certain actresses that might be coming back. I think. Yeah,
what's up with that? I didn't hear anything. I watched your video and I commented on it, but I'm very intrigued. What's going on?
Well, supposedly, Gina Carano, right? The actress that played Cara Dune. You know, she had some issues during the winter season. I think she was posting Twitter comments galore, fighting everybody and their mother because she's a fighter. She got fired from Disney and she pretty much canceled, right?
Yeah.
But just recently, there's a Bears Grylls, the guy that does a lot of those nature shows and whatever, where he just goes in and enjoys the environment and stuff, how to survive out there, right? He did a cameo episode with her, and that's part of the Disney brand. So,
really?
Yes. So, in a way, she might be coming back. Slowly but surely, she might be coming back. And that's why I'm thinking that it's possible that we might be seeing her again in Mandalorian Season 3.
Wow.
If things are progressing this way. Because if she just got canceled, then why she has anything to do with Disney?
Now, when did this thing air again?
It hasn't aired yet, but it's been announced that it's been shot, it's been worked on,
and it's a Disney thing.
It's a Disney thing because it's part of the Disney brand. It's Discovery, I think. It's something that Disney owns and it's part of Disney Plus. So.
Wow.
And that's why all this speculation that we might be seeing her back. And the thing is, I don't care where you sit politically, but as far as like characters are concerned in the shows and the movies, I would have loved to have her as a 1/6 scale, part of the Mandalorian.
Oh, me too. Yeah, without question.
And it sucks the way things ended up, but yeah, those are the talks. Those are the talks.
Well, sometimes those things, those situations sometimes have a way of working out. So you do have to wonder if somehow Disney's worked some things out, or if there's going to be some type of, press release or some type of announcement that there's been, who knows? But that would be very interesting indeed. And I can tell you right now, if that is the case there, Nate, if that is the case, they'll absolutely. I mean, they probably already have that head sculpt done just for holding back on it because of Disney.
Yeah. But I'm more excited that if she does come back, we could possibly get a figure. But at the end of the day, it might not happen because she was part of a big controversy through Twitter.
Yeah.
And she was told multiple times from Disney to shut up because you're fighting people and it's just gaining. As for other actresses that do, preach about their actors that do preach about their political views through Twitter, they aren't usually fighting the mob, but she was. So,
Yeah.
And Disney told her to chill out, but she never did. So.
Yeah. Well, it'll be really interesting to find out for sure. I mean, geez, how much is that? How much is the Black Series figure going for now? Is that $300 yet?
Couple $100, man.
I haven't checked.
Wow. It's tough to find those figures, especially the Black Series stuff. The Funko Pops, they're reaching about $100. It's hard to find these. So
yeah. I mean, that would be really interesting.
There's even talks that some of these Black Series and Funko Pops and whatever that Gina Carano had, Cara Dune wise, are making a resurfacing as well. So
yeah.
They see where the money is. So.
There's been times in the past, whether it's different television shows or companies like Disney or even WWE, where there's been some missteps or stuff, and then sometimes they work it out and it could come back. So who knows? It'll be very interesting. I was definitely very intrigued when I watched your show anyway. So some good intel there. I mean, it's owned by Disney. You do have to wonder.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, because if that's the case, then I didn't care. Okay, so Joe's been very vocal about this. I didn't care much for the character, and she was a horrible actress, but this is a waste of time. She ain't coming back. A lot of people have their doubts about it, but hey, Doc, look what Doc said. They brought back James Gunn. So
listen, I'll say this. Look, with any of that, can we get Grievous, please? Can Mike from the Action Figure Cave be right? Can that just happen for me, please? Come on.
Oh my God!
I want him to be
Grievous.
Right. I want him to be right.
General freaking Grievous, bro. Come on, man.
You know how many people would come into Hottoys, my friend? Can you think about it? How many people that are like, oh, I've heard about Hottoys, because that's what that, we were talking about that the last time. That's what that Clone Wars Ahsoka did. Can you imagine what Grievous would do? I mean, it's kind of like that character right now. Mm-hmm. That would have some of that impact.
Dude, with Grievous, it could possibly just like break the internet. It will break it would have that, like you said, it will have that Ahsoka. It will have that Captain Rex feel when it comes in. Because the thing is, a lot of new collectors now, new money collectors now, are prequel fans.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true. Look at. I was gonna bring up the South Trooper, but it's a perfect example. New money collectors now are picking up Mandalorian and prequel series figures, because that's all we got. It's literally nearly 40 pre-orders out there.
And Filoni is he's tying them in, like when he brought back Ahsoka Tano in season 2. Mm-hmm. He was already making a statement. Look, I'm going to tie in Rebels. I'm going to tie in Clone Wars characters. We're going to get, they already mentioned Grand Admiral Thrawn. So a lot of, I mean, look, and I think that's where, and you can tie in some of the prequel characters too. That's why I think, we'll get another prequels character as well, but you could tie them into the Clone Wars, and that's why Padme could be possible.
Oh yeah, I think Padme would be a big surprise. I don't see her for the May the 4th, because there's a lot of other figures out there that need that love, but I wouldn't mind a Padme. I wouldn't mind a freaking Padme. And the one thing I wanted to mention here is that now there's talks. I want to find a good picture. There you go. Okay, there you go, my boys. There you go. That's perfect right there. So there is talks right now that the pre-order sales for the Scout Troopers weren't that great in HK, and they're selling out fast.
Yep, I heard that. Yep.
I feel that it's gonna be another sort of waitlisted figure before it hits add to cart, before it hits the stocks here in the we're in the West, right? Yeah, in the West.
I agree, my friend. I was feeling that. Once Don Prime, brought up that great point that, hey, when was the last time we did an unsealed and revealed with Guy Klender for a product that wasn't even before it was released, and I thought that they were hurting a little bit on the sales. But what I was thinking is that because of that, I don't think they're going to make very many of these at all, like you're saying there. So I think that I absolutely do think now from that message, Shay, that this is going to go on wait list fast.
Okay, Lake Kramer with the $5 super chat. Okay, we gotta bring this up.
There you go, Lane.
The very first. Yo, that's pretty cool. Okay, I gotta fix this. There you go. Okay, Kramer, thank you. The very first super chat. That's freaking awesome for the channel. Dude, I can't wait to see how things progress for this stream Saturday. Once you get your monetization, I want to see how things progress there. It's gonna be wild. But yes, let's read Kramer's $5 chat. Could you see the Scout Trooper percentage-wise become worth more on the secondary market than the bike long-term, since it might have lower orders? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because here's the thing about this. And I've mentioned this before. What if Hot Toys use these vehicles as a freaking test? You know?
Yeah.
What if they're using the Scout Trooper bike, Scout Trooper, as a freaking test to see the waters? And if that's the case, we might not see a Scout Trooper Return of the Jedi bike. We might see the Scout Trooper, but might not see the bike. You know what I mean? Or might not see the bike till later on.
I don't think the bike went. I think the reason they had to bring it to Sideshow for an unsealed and revealed, and why they did that early, I truly believe that they're just not selling a lot of it, and I'm not sure that at this point we're going to see a Return of the Jedi one because of that. But also, to answer Lane's question, I also don't think it could be one of those situations like DX16. And like the Emperor Deluxe, hate to use that, but with the throne or the non-throne, I think that both of the figures are going to be highly sought after in the secondary market. The Emperor, that is going to break the $400 tier range soon. The data is coming in. We all know where the Deluxe one is. You can go ahead and look at Darth Maul, DX17 and 16. So I think the same thing here. I mean, the Scout Trooper by itself, Nate, was not. It was low too.
Yeah,
low.
I was looking at it with you, man, for nearly a year. Just looking at it, man. I was like, why is this so low? It just does not make sense to me. And then it's just picking up that the pre-orders weren't great. Here's the thing that people need to understand. The only thing that's really selling pretty well, as far as like Star Wars is concerned, in HK, is Mandalorian stuff. Specifically, the Beskar Mando, LG Mando, because of their resale value.
Well, and that's all they're interested in Asia right now for Star Wars. I mean, it wasn't very popular, but Mandalorian is getting more in that part of the world geographically. They're getting more of an interest, which is good for Star Wars. But I think it's going to take time. But you're right. I think the Mandalorian is what they're interested right now. Yeah. Nothing else.
So here's the thing though, like certain characters too, because the Scout Trooper and the Scout Bike, they didn't do pretty well over there, and one of the reasons why they didn't do very well over there, because Negan brought it up right here. Most collectors don't have enough room for all these vehicles. These vehicles take up a lot of space. They do.
Well, and I'll bring up, that is a great point by Negan. And the other thing that I'll bring up, and I don't know if anyone else in the chat has thought this as well as an OT fan, but if someone that only knew Star Wars casually, or maybe only watched the OT and is an OT fan, if you look at this from a distance in a way, and you see this listed at Sideshow, you might actually think it's an OT figure if you're not paying attention. If you don't see the Grogu, it's like, oh, look, it's the Scout Trooper from Endor with speeder bikes. You almost, obviously it's a Mandalorian figure and whatnot, but it almost, I want to say it's almost not distinguishes itself enough from that in a way. I've always thought that in the back of my head, but yeah, because you literally almost could take that and display it with Endor, Leia, and Luke, couldn't you?
Yeah, but the only reason why is there are collectors out there that are a little bit let me see. I think the term's OD. Not OD. Let's see. Like it's not gonna mesh well with the collection, right? Where like you got the OT figures meshing with the Mandalorian speeder bike, which does not make sense the lore wise in the film because it's the wrong color, right?
Yeah.
So,
but exactly, that's what I meant. Like from afar, though, from casual.
From afar, yes, that would be a lot better. But at the end of the day, isn't the speeder bike like 20 inches long? Yeah, it's long. It's longer than most D-tops right there. You know, you're gonna have to angle it properly in the back of the D-top just to make that happen.
Yeah, and for me, like personally, like when you're trying to budget and save so much for a collection, and their interview, I mean that bike is just awesome. But sometimes you have to pick and choose some collectors what you can get. Like I know that there's some collectors like that Stap look the Stap with the Clone Wars Anakin looks incredible.
It does,
but I know some people doesn't have
low. It's so low in the pre-order
because I don't think they have the room in a DTOS and some stuff, and also some money. I mean, sometimes it's just 240 for the Clone Wars Anakin is, it's like okay, I could do that versus what is it with the Stap? It's like I don't know, it's high.
Yeah, I think it's that with it's just a stand as well. It sits pretty high. You're gonna have to take out a shelf just to fit that in. It's pretty much like
it's cool as heck.
Yeah, it is. You know what's gonna be even cooler is when they start releasing those droids, and then that's where that figure is gonna go high in money because of the Stap, because you want a droid to be riding that Stap. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting where they go with those vehicles. I just don't think like I said, just like Don said, I don't think the pre-orders are there, and now you're seeing from the information today that they're almost sold out in Hong Kong, and that kind of backs up that point. And then you have to wonder, are how much more of an emphasis are they going to put on these type of vehicles? And maybe that's why with the Mandalorian, the way that they teased that with season 2 Mando, why they took that out of Secret Base. Maybe they're like, nah, we're not going to do it with this.
Okay, Lozano did bring up an interesting point here. I just asked Sideshow how many batches were of the Scout with speeder bike. They didn't want to tell me. However, they did tell me it was limited. The thing is, like, I've asked that same question about the Deluxe Mando, and they told me straight up that it was literally about 20,000 pre-orders.
But they won't tell you, like he just said, for that.
Yeah,
and that goes to tell you that this will absolutely, most probably hit waitlist pretty immediately.
Yes. I'm actually almost saved up with my points to put enough for a second speeder bike. So I'm actually scared right now because I haven't ordered a second one. I'm planning to order the second one. I've just been waiting for some points to come in.
It's a different type of set. It's a different type of figure than people have mentioned before about the full size Grogu. Which in a way, I think that they made probably they knew that was going to be one of those pieces, the full size Grogu, that was going to have to simmer for a while and kind of be out there at that price range of full size figure. And I kind of figured that they made a lot of that, and I kind of figured that was going to be sitting in stock for a little bit. But I don't think with this 1/6 figure, no, I think this is where they're not. I think with Grogu is where they went ahead and rolled the dice and probably made quite a few safety stock on that you see on Sideshow, which I keep debating every day. Am I going to get that or not? Because I really want it.
You mean life size? You want the life size Grogu?
Yeah, the full size one. Yeah. But it's not. It's different than this. You can't compare it. So this is going to be gone.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be gone. It's not a figure you want to sleep on, because we still got time for Hottoys to either decide they want. There's a lot of time in between this and a release for Return of the Jedi figures. Okay, so if you are waiting for a Return, here's the thing though. History-wise, if we look back, people did the same thing with the DeLorean, the Mark II DeLorean. Never came out. It was displayed, never came out. People were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna skip on the Mark DeLorean, Mark I DeLorean, and go for the Mark II." Look what happened. Never came out, and the Mark I DeLorean is like $3,000 easy on eBay. Try to find that.
Yeah. And, what are your comments? One of the comments on here was talking about, they're bringing up Moff Gideon, a few of them. And I think the thing with Moff Gideon is, I think they have to do something with that character. I love the actor, I think it's Giancarlo Esposito, but he was kind of defeated by Din Djarin already. He was kind of, shown up by Bo-Katan, that whole crew. And then you got Grand Admiral Thrawn. Mm-hmm. Who's going to be coming in? Who's the bigger dog? Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering how much of an interest he's going to still have, unless they kind of turn him around and bring him back up to a real like scary character and one. Because right now he was already kind of defeated in the end of season 2, and everyone's looking for Thrawn. I don't know how good that figure's going to be.
I feel he's going to be a Loki. I feel Moff Gideon is going to be a Loki.
That would be I could see that.
He gets defeated, but then gets brought back with Thrawn to lead another army of Dark.
That's what they'd have to do. You're right.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying Moff Gideon so far. I just want more brutality from him, because it looks like he does carry that brutality in this because he's a Moff.
Well, he's a tremendous actor. I think they have to do that. Otherwise, I don't see that figure going anywhere. I mean, but I want to get that figure. I like the character, but they have to do, like you said, like they did with Loki and the whole Thor thing and the whole Avengers universe. They have to do it that way. And I mean, Loki's come back and and if they do that with him, yeah.
The only thing that disappointed me about Moff Gideon's figure, it's not because of the head sculpt. Because if you look at the different test footage and tests behind the scenes pics of the head sculpt, it's fine. I think just the lighting is just everywhere about that figure. But Moff Gideon is one of my top 3 figures that could sell out before coming out in stock. Those are one of my top 3. My second one is one of the Scout Troopers, or the Scout Trooper bike. I see the Scout Trooper bike selling out before the Scout actual Trooper, and then the Scout Trooper is gonna follow that trend right behind the speeder bike Scout Trooper, because of people like, I'm fearing of missing out, right? And that'll transfer over to that one. I do see that Scout Trooper, the regular one, just selling out, eventually. But it can transfer over with all the hype from it, and like people are like, okay, the Scout Trooper bike, Scout Trooper just sold out. I need to go get the Scout Trooper now. The next one is the one without the bike. But my other one, let me see. What is my other one?
It's a good question. It's a very good question by Lane. Yeah,
that is a good question. Those are my top two right now. I'm trying to figure out a third one. As far as Star Wars,
what was your first one again?
My first one was the Moff Gideon.
For this year?
Yeah. I could see that one.
Is that one? But what do you feel are likely for Hottoys figures this year that have the biggest chance to waitlist before coming out? Does he mean coming out this year or released this year in the future?
Let's go with this year in the future, because I think there's some Star Wars because a lot of these pre-orders don't come out till next year. So
yeah, I mean, if he's talking about like this year, that's going to hit that's actually going to come out this year. I have a few thoughts. I mean, IG-11 for sure. If it means this year that's coming out, I think that one has a huge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
2021. He's saying okay, so it has to be released. So IG-11, I would think, Nate, for sure.
IG-11. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's my other one. That's up there on my list. It's IG-11. But yeah, I do agree. Like IG-11 is scary now.
Scout Trooper, yeah, and I agree with you on the Scout Trooper. I think the other couple for me, I think the Scout Trooper, obviously with the evidence today, and obviously got unsealed and revealed. So I think both of those. I think the IG-11, and I'm not feeling good about a few of them. Actually, it's a really interesting question. I've talked about it a lot. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about Rey and Kylo. I don't think at all that they may make less of her than the Scout Trooper.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like that one.
That's
I think
right. I forgot about the Rise of Skywalker figures.
Yeah.
Like the only one that's been at least moderate was Kylo.
Yeah, Kylo might get in stock for a little bit. I don't see Rey. I really don't.
Now, Penny, before we continue, Penny just came in, just got in. Did you guys already talk about how the Bike Scout is already shooting up, best-selling? I did a video this morning about that, and I'll be uploading. It was already scheduled to come out tomorrow, and I did talk about the Scout Trooper rising up. But yes, absolutely sold that, and that scared me too. I was like, oh crap, here we go. Here we go, because that one was down there, right with it. He was right next to the Batman Begins, Batman Beyond figure. Batman Beyond figure from the Arkham Knights. He was right there with it, down the freaking bottom. Nobody pre-ordered that, man. Nobody was pre-ordering that Scout Trooper. But now, since everybody's like, oh my god, it's unsealed revealed. Oh my god, look at the promo pics of the Baby Yoda. Oh my god, that face on the Baby Yoda is only available in a Scout Trooper bike. We gotta get it.
I tell you what, that set can, as far as where that can go in the secondary market, what is the retail price on that, Nate? On this set?
The resale, you mean the retail price, right?
Yeah.
On this, the retail. Oh my god.
I mean,
okay, so you're looking to pay with shipping and taxes nearly $500.
Yeah, and it's a good set, a really good set. I mean, this might go up there, easily in the $700 tier range to get this set with the bike.
Yeah, I say about 1,000.
At least, I'm trying to. The others being conservative.
I know. Maybe start off at 700 and then work his way up to 1,000.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that you get the bag and you get that Grogu. Hell, that's the only face you get with that Grogu.
Yeah,
on that particular
it is.
Grogu.
And the reviews and the reviews were very widely loved with this for the most part. And I mean, I think that, yeah. And then I'm telling you right now, no matter how hot Star Wars get, I don't see them. I could see Hottoys going, yeah. I know we're hot, but I think we're not going to reissue this for a while. It didn't go
there's literally no point. There's literally no point in reissuing this. Because,
so it can go up high
because of what happened. Because people weren't hopping on this. Like they had to send this out to Sideshow for early preview release. Just to hype up the sales. Yeah,
like Doc is saying, Smizzle. This is going to be 1K, like you're saying in 8 months from now. I absolutely can see that. I do really think that.
Okay, be real. With the
be real. There you go.
$9.99.
There you go.
The $9.99. He says, if I can read it. Okay, I love that Grogu in that set. I think he's convincing with the smile. Dude, he's convincing me with the smile. Yes. I did not realize this till later, that face only belongs to that Grogu from the Scout Trooper bike. And it makes so much sense. Makes so much sense.
And be real, but his comment there, and here was the point that I was making too, about the new Ahsoka Tano Deluxe. You have to put some consideration into the Grogu that comes with the articulation. Because you can see here, people care about those little accessories. That's like a little figure. So it actually makes that Ahsoka set with the articulated Grogu interesting to talk about as well. Because we're talking about the Grogu with this set. And, maybe Hottoys is onto something with these unique Grogus.
Dude, we're pretty much army building on Grogus at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, but no, I could absolutely see this maybe hitting the because of the vehicle and the sheer size of the vehicle and the sheer this set comes with the vehicle, it comes with the Grogu, it comes with the Scout Trooper, it's a Mandalorian set. Could it be fetching, $800-900 tier range, possibly the 1,000? Sure, it absolutely could.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Grogu's from that bag alone is gonna hit the resale market, maybe hitting the two. Hell, you're gonna have to do your own tier range, right? for your market outlook, just for that Grogu set,
just for that
Scout Trooper. Like, yeah. I could see it right now. That, like, oh my god, I just realized this, dude. That's a limited edition Grogu right now.
Well, I mean, like one of the commentators said, I think it was Brolio. He called Sideshow, and they wouldn't even tell him how many batches, but it's limited. So right there, you already know it's a limited edition in a way. They're not making a whole lot of it.
I just realized that too. That Grogu's gonna be limited, bruh. With that smile, that's the best head sculpt there.
Yeah, that is a tremendous head sculpt.
Yeah, it is.
But going back to the other question, which I think is very, very interesting, talking about this year, there's the weird storm because we talked about you got IG-11, you got the Scout Trooper, you also got the Rise of Skywalker figures. I think with both of them, more so with Rey, but you got a possibility there. But there's two other figures that I think are also in danger that we can talk about.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's Rex and Clone Wars Ahsoka. It's very interesting. Clone Wars Ahsoka. You want to see something funny? No one's talking about it. It's high up. When you sorted out Star Wars Hottoys, it's high up. It didn't take a dip with this Mandalorian Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. It didn't go down. So you're still getting pre-orders on that Clone Wars Ahsoka. But you know that they're not going to take the chance to make that many of them as they were going to with people looking to buy the other one. So I'm just saying it's interesting. Is there a small possibility? I think so. Oh, and that Boba Fett. But I think that's actually in stock. I just think that's going to go quick.
It just hit in stock. It just hit in
stock.
That's
a different story. But
now let me fix this up for Star Wars. And I know we got another super chat. I got to read that. Give me a second, guys. I'm coming in. Don't worry.
Jedi Porkins with the $5 bomb. There you go.
$5. The $5. Let's show that off real quick. The $5. Okay. The IG-11 is going right on the speeder bike with Grogu for his superhero moment. Yes, that's the thing. That's the superhero pose right there, baby. The Scout Trooper with his head held in shame in the back of the D-top. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. That Scout Trooper's in the back like this, like, oh god, help me, Mom.
See, people are gonna want the set just like Jedi Porkins here. I think it's it's gonna go up high and it's gonna go out quick. It's gonna go out quick.
Oh man. Oh, Safeful says hi.
What's up, Safeful?
But dudes, it's getting crazy out there, guys. I think they'll make tons of Rexes. Maybe CW Ahsoka sells out right away. I could see Rex chilling for a minute, but maybe as long as Cody. But I am afraid of Ahsoka, though. I do agree on that.
I'm afraid of Ahsoka for sure.
I'm afraid of Ahsoka because after what happened, okay, after the release of the EX Ahsoka, everybody's going straight for that. Right, and then we are just, and people are just canceling their pre-orders from the CW one.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Joe P says you have the best profile pic in the history of YouTube. Jedi Porkins. Oh, yeah, that's true. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Just look at that. That's freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome, man.
It caught my eye. I can't argue with that. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know what's funny? Sequel Trilogy lost their chance to continue the Porkins family line in the sequel trilogy. That would have been cool. Like this. Oh man, you're a descendant of Porkins? Yeah, I'm his great grandson. he just slimmed down.
Well, you know what? We got Dave Filoni now, so who knows? And Jon Favreau, maybe they'll do more with Porkins.
Okay, so Jazzy's like, Nate, since you're buying a second speeder bike, don't they usually limit the order to one per person when it's about to go waitlist? It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. It's not even limited to one. I don't think it is, unless it just happened.
Well, and they didn't do that with the Incinerator Trooper either. They don't always do that. Sometimes it just goes blue and it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Vader, he wasn't limited until after his second run-in through the batches.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that on Saturday because he's going up. He's going up fast.
He is. I knew it.
He's going up fast.
Oh my god! Come, Will with the $5. With the $5, we got to talk about this. Will, my boy Will. Okay, for Beta 4th, with 2 Ahsokas now out, which of them will become the most sought out figure? Keeping in mind all the Star Wars shows. Ooh.
Very interesting question.
I've always said this. I've said this in multiple videos. It's always the first figure. Always the first figure is the rarest one, or the one that's most sought after. And usually the first figures that are pretty much out for that character. And the first hot toy of Ahsoka wasn't the DX Ahsoka. It was the Clone Wars Ahsoka. But here's the thing, though. The DX Ahsoka is also the first live action Ahsoka. So at the end of the day, it's a hard question here.
It's hard.
They're both the first. And remember what Ahsoka said. I love firsts. Good or bad. They're always memorable. True story. That's what she said.
Yeah.
True story.
All right. Well, listen. Here's how I think it's going to go. If you want to know where it's going to go, Will, all I can say to you is look at A New Hope, Ben Kenobi, and look at Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I think you're looking at a similar story with these 2 Ahsokas. Ahsoka is going to go like Obi-Wan is going. They're both going to be sought after. One of them is going to be a little bit more than the other. But at the end of the day, it's going to be like A New Hope Leia and Hoth Leia. They're both high, a little bit of separation. And I think that's what you're going to see here.
And it's going to be the battle. It's going to be the battle, man. It's going to be the battle of the Ahsokas. That's why I'm saying.
And we're going to get another one. Because they're going to come out with, they're not going to hold back with the Ahsoka series.
Yeah. Now, the Ahsoka series one, because the hype for both of these are going to go high. So the next one is going to be kind of like, depending on how the show progresses, right? And I think that Ahsoka is probably going to suffer sort of the same thing that Darth Maul is experiencing at the moment, the third Darth Maul from the Clone Wars. Because not many people are excited for that one, you know? Because we got so many Darth Mauls already, you know.
Hey, maybe they'll put Ahsoka in some type of trooper. Maybe she'll find some old clone trooper armor when she's on somewhere, you know, going after Thrawn, and she's got to put that on undercover or something like that. And then they're going to give you a 2-pack. You're going to get Ahsoka Tano, just like they did with the Deluxe Boba Fett.
These freaking 2-packs are wild, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, man. I'm still blown away by that Deluxe Boba Fett. How in the world did Hottoys lay that on us? And the only way you can get that Tamora Morrison figure is with this 2-pack. I'm telling you, that is the interesting thing with this. And here's the point that I've been trying to drive home with this, everybody, is just like you're seeing with the Scout Trooper, because of the price of it, selling out quickly. I think what's really been selling here has been Boba Fett individually, like he always has. I'm not too certain that they're going to make a ton of these. This is $50 more than that speeder bike.
Mm-hmm.
So I
but
think
the thing
that
is, it is Boba Fett, though. That's the thing.
It is Boba Fett.
Will always sell. Will always sell high. But the thing is, this, like I said, this is the first time we've experienced a figure like this set. Because it's the only one with this head sculpt.
Yeah.
The only way to get this head sculpt.
And you know they're not giving you one with the clean version of Boba, which may come out quicker than we think. But anyway, I agree. Yeah.
Now people are coming out like, yeah, Boba Fett 40th is now in stock. Might hit waitlist soon. Should I PO? Absolutely. Are you out of your
If you
mind?
want it,
Are you
yeah.
out of your mind? Go do it, bro. Do it.
If you're doing it because of there's hype about it and you really don't want it, Hugh, then don't do it. But if you want the figure and you just haven't done it yet, and now it's in stock, should you get it? You better, because it's going to go quick.
Yeah, the thing is, here's another thing. I've always mentioned it before. The Boba Fett, before they did the 40th anniversary reissues, Darth Vader and Boba Fett, those two figures, the deluxe version and the regular Empire Strikes Back, they were going high in the resale market. People were selling it for $400. It was nearing the $500.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Until Hottoys came out with the 40th anniversary package deal, where they had the 40th anniversary package for Empire Strikes Back reissue, same figure, and the 40th anniversary Boba Fett with the deluxe set with it. Just the only difference is the 40th anniversary packaging.
Yeah, I mean they absolutely were. And if you check on how Boba Fett does, everything that's Boba Fett within the secondary market, that's another reason why I think that this repackaged one in the 40th anniversary packaging is going to go very, very quickly. I'm actually surprised that it's not gone yet, but I know that they've been held up and it just got in stock. But let's see. I mean, is it going? Could it take 2 months, 3 months? Sure. But I don't think so. I mean, I think it's going to be very, very quick. I wouldn't sleep on it. It's going to be interesting.
I wouldn't sleep on it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
Now Jazzy did put up a good one. I don't collect Star Wars, but damn, y'all making me peel all these figures for future trades and sell value. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You would never go wrong with Boba Fett and Vader.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you will never go wrong.
No, you'll never go wrong with them. Or that speeder bike and scout trooper right now with Mandalorian. Yeah, no, you'll never go wrong with those two. No, I mean, yeah.
These two, I've seen people say, I don't want the Tusken Raider Boba Fett. I'll wait till the new head sculpt. Here's the thing, though. What if the new head sculpt comes in for Book of Boba Fett, right? And it's not the same one. Not the same battle damage look. Like, maybe he starts healing up again. Maybe he starts growing hair back again. What if it's not the same head sculpt?
Well, it's the same effect then, Nate. That's exactly what happens. So that's a good point. And, if it's a different head sculpt and it's not this one, it has literally the same effect. So you may get a head sculpt, but you won't get this head sculpt, and you won't get this figure. And the other thing at the end of the day too, a lot of times we're like, oh, okay, we really don't need that, and then hype will build, and for some collectors will want it. They're like, darn, I wish I would. You know how it is. It's I wish I would have got the deluxe version. I should have got the deluxe version. So I think when you factor all of that in, again, it is Boba Fett. And I get that it's Boba Fett, but to stockpile a ton of these at $500, where they're probably getting a ton of pre-orders on just the Boba himself. Because I have heard a lot of people say, that's a good point, we just want Boba. I don't need that Tamora Morrison figure. And I think that's the danger here. I think that's why someone like me, like Dante, man of Hot Collectibles, why we're thinking that there is a potential here. And you as well. I mean, I know you're more leading like it's going to get in stock, but I think you agree. It is possible. There's a little bit of a possibility it could happen.
No, it is possible. It is possible that it can't sell out before it hits at the cart. But from what I remember with the Clone Troopers and including Boba Fett's usually lasts till they hit at the cart. That's from history, from what I've experienced. They usually do add to cart. It's very rare. But hell, this could be the 1 in a million shot here. This could be, like Han Solo says, this could be the 1 in a million shot where this is the Boba Fett, not the collector edition where it just comes with the battle damage Boba Fett, but the 2-pack might not make it to add to cart. It might just waitlist. It might sell out.
And yeah, it's definitely something with the way Star Wars is right now and how people went bonkers. Well, when this happened, I mean, I still remember this episode. Um, yeah, and that's another good point too. I mean, just how good the Mandalorian season 2 was. I mean, man,
Dude,
how they do that every show?
I loved it. And then I know people were complaining, oh, there was too much plot armor. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine with the plot armor, okay? Because I was seeing my boys go in, taking names, freaking saving the day, okay? Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, if they do come up with the final season, where it's end all, because I know I feel like what's going to happen. There's going to be an end game moment where, okay, you guys are not going to be complaining about plot armor anymore, because characters are going to get wrecked when Thrawn just comes in for some wrecking.
Mm-hmm.
Because Thrawn is like that Thanos right now, that's coming in with his army. Like, they're setting it up.
That's a good point. It is like Thanos, yeah.
Yeah, in the episode with Ahsoka,
you haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, in that episode with Ahsoka was explaining that Thrawn is still out there, and then Mando's like, so he's still in business, huh? Yeah. And speaking of business, our boy, freaking man of Hot Collectibles, Dante.
Now we're cooking, baby.
What's up, everyone? Man of Hot Collectibles here, guys. Before we start anything, congratulations, my friend Aries, 1,000 subscribers. We need to have a big round of applause of this man. Awesome job, man.
So much.
Awesome job. And the funny thing is that we were talking about this yesterday. Now we had our weekly or daily phone calls or whatever. And I said, you know what? You're gonna hit. I think I said in one of his videos, you're gonna be 1,000 subscribers before your next live stream. He's like, no, I don't know, man. You think so? Well, let's see. Let's just take it at a time, man. Boom, one night, 1,000 subscribers.
You were right. I was so gratified and surprised, man. I mean, it's because I'm not prepared for Saturday's stream, right? But we'll be prepared. But yeah, it's kind of like a celebration. But no, I really appreciate that, man of Hot Collectibles. You're the man. I mean,
you're the man. Even Grogu was celebrating. I don't know if you can see, like he was drinking a lot. You see that guy?
Look at that! Wow. yeah. The lights are hitting his face. Grogu. That's what happened. The lights are hitting his face. That's why you gotta wear glasses inside the house.
I know. Like he's like, oh, you know what? It's too much. Hey,
bright. Grogu, can you tell Master Luke to come out with Hottoys, please? Thank you so much.
Okay. Well,
the week is not over yet. We still have what's today? Wednesday, right? We still have a couple more days to go.
They're keeping us on the edge.
I think we're gonna hear something very, very soon.
So pretty much, I've been waiting to talk about some May the 4th products. So me and Aries has been going through the list of what could be waitlisted or what's next, and then the horrors of waiting too long and then it's just gone. But now we can talk about May the 4th stuff. Cause I've been waiting for you, Dante, to pop in. Like, we got to talk about some May the 4th stuff.
And May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you, everybody. Congratulations. Our holiday's coming up, so congrats. I don't care about Christmas. Give me the May the 4th, baby. That's my Christmas.
Somebody's saying Grogu has glaucoma. That's good.
Wait, who says that? Oh, my God. That's funny. Oh, God.
Well, this is the thing, right? Like, when you guys start tuning into my live streams, I'm gonna put Grogu in different outfits. So just stay tuned for Friday. You'll be surprised.
Dude,
just keep an eye on Grogu and let me know what you see.
Do the magic hand thing. Do the magic hand and have Hottoys release something.
So now here's the thing. Here's the thing. What's going on with the May the 4th stuff, right? I think this week we're not going to see any Star Wars stuff. That's what I believe. I think this is the last week where Hottoys is going to try and capitalize on the Falcon figures, because everybody and their mother are releasing figures right now. Like Hasbro, other companies, still works, right? Got all these figures coming out since the show ended. And I think this week is going to be all Falcon stuff, right? And then next week, that's when the ball starts rolling in. Because I remember Vader and Boba Fett came out May the 4th. the 40th anniversary editions because I bought them at May the 4th. I bought the Vader
Mm-hmm.
at May the 4th. So it's definitely possible that they're going to be dropping some hella figures, or a few that we would like to see. But we know that that from Man Hot Collectibles from the last stream that there is a Luke coming out.
There is a Luke Skywalker coming out. That's what they told me. I don't know which Luke is gonna be. But I think everyone is on the right track. Everyone wants the Mandalorian Luke Skywalker to be released, and that's I mean that has to happen. Even if it's not May 4th, it has to happen anyways, because Hottoys will not will not miss the opportunity to release something that is gonna make them so much money, and especially a Luke Skywalker, maybe a deluxe version, right? With R2D2, Grogu, you name it. I mean, they can do.
People been trying to get R2D2. A lot of people been trying to get R2D2,
including myself. So, so yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna release announce a couple figures. I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of those, but they're probably gonna do maybe like 3. That's just my guess. Maybe like 3 announcements.
Yeah, 3 sounds about right. I think last year was just 2. I think it was just 2. It was like 40th anniversary stuff, and there was a lot of previews, but that's about it.
But now we have so much more going on in Star Wars world.
So much more.
So this is where people gets like pumped up waiting. Okay, what Hottoys is gonna give us for Star Wars, right? Plus the shows, plus everything that is just killing it. So let's see what happens. But I think I have a good feeling that it's gonna be a Mandalorian Luke that's gonna be coming out.
Well, May 4th is Tuesday, right? So I'm thinking that here's how it can go. You're obviously going to get, I think we're going to get 2 releases at least on May 4th, and maybe just 2. And maybe on May 4th as well, besides a couple of releases. They give you a couple of announcements, official announcements. They give you a couple of teasers as well. So there could be a lot happening. But I actually think on May 3rd, which is on Monday, I think they're going to have a release there, that they're going to release one prior, and it wouldn't shock me, even though they don't usually do it, but because of where this whole May 4th lands, if we get another one either Saturday or even on a Sunday. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we get one Sunday and we get one Monday and everyone's getting hyped up. What are they going to drop on the 4th? And then we just get 2, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but that is a lot if they do that.
Yeah, and you know what? Second that, I think you are right. I think to build the hype, they might do that. Kind of like, okay, this is for Saturday, this is for Sunday, this is for Monday, or Sunday, Monday, and then wait for Tuesday because this is gonna be what you guys were looking for.
There is time. There is definitely time because all they have to do now is just release the 3 or 4 figures they were planning for Falcon on Thursday night, and then after that, it's all game. It's all freaking game, baby. And then, but before we continue, I just want to say goodbye to Lane Kramer. He's heading off, but he is watching the through the drive home, watching the stream through the drive home. So be careful out there, Kramer.
Thanks, Lane.
And thank you for being our first super chat for the channel.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was freaking awesome.
Congrats, man. That's good.
That was a lot of fun. This is the way. This is the way. Okay, so let me just go back here and then. But pretty much, guys, that's how I feel things are going to progress for next week.
Well, I agree, and I think that I am just so surprised we didn't get a couple of the Falcon, the U.S. Agent. I mean, is it possible that they actually dropped tonight on a Wednesday? I mean, I think they need to get these out if they're going to do them. Just being honest.
Yeah, and I mean, my contact told me that the U.S. Agent should be coming next, so it is possible that it could be announced anytime. Huh?
You're hurting me with that, bro, because that leaves less chances for a 2.0 Winter Soldier that we desperately need.
Well, this is again everything that I share is just it could be a rumor, it could be like inside information. I mean, who knows? It's just You see, I just shared the information to everyone. I
It
mean,
doesn't matter. You
you
still
know,
hurting me though. That information still hurts me. I'm
yeah.
insulted.
Well,
I'm
technically,
hurt.
technically, they can do like they did with WandaVision, right? They gave us Wanda and they gave us Vision, so they
Mhm.
can easily do the same thing tomorrow, or they can do maybe a U.S. agent and Falcon, or they
Mhm.
can just do three figures. They can just do the Winter Soldier 2.0. But I think most likely it's gonna be the Falcon and U.S. agent
Me
just to
too.
Falcon,
complete.
maybe two Falcons because we got the red one and then the Captain America one.
Well,
But
if they drop them both, guys, if they drop two, forget about three. Three would be great. If they drop two tomorrow or tonight, that tells you the story that they're going to drop more than one Star Wars figure. For sure.
yeah, that too, and we still have tomorrow and Friday, so we still have time. You know,
In one of the live streams, someone from Sideshow said that they have many reveals for Star Wars figures.
Oh, man. See, look, I'm going to
Oh,
get the
man.
prediction. Let's talk. Listen, the
Dude.
one that I want the most now, because Mike has got me all waking up every morning. Did Grievous come out? Did Grievous come out? Did General?
You're
Come
dreaming.
on,
You're
man.
You're out of your mind.
If they
man.
don't listen, if let me ask you guys a question. Let's say the only figure we got, you got no figures at all. We're all scratching our heads. And then on May 4th, they said, "Here's General Grievous." Are you satisfied or not?
I'll be okay with it. I'll be okay with it. Like, I wouldn't be too mad about it because I'd rather see Bespin Han. But General Grievous, it'll be a day one pre-order for me. I'll buy the most expensive General Grievous you have. I'll buy the most expensive
Made out of gold,
one.
baby.
Yeah, you could make it the price of an $800 with the freaking roly-poly bike. I don't care. I'll take it.
And I think I said this in I don't know if it was, I think it was Aries' show the other day. I think we have more chances to see Grievous than Bespin Han. You know, I don't know why Hottoys is just delaying all these Han Solo figures. Like, they just don't want to do it, or if they want to do it, not now.
Sign off.
You know,
I don't know.
You know what's another thing?
What's another thing?
Look, because now I'm starting to realize this now. Because I did a video on this today, and it will be released tomorrow. I did. It was like going through the Sideshow figures and stuff, and what are the best sellers. And I realized this, and I know I kept preaching that we have over 40 pre-orders of Star Wars figures, right? But it didn't occur to me that these 40 freaking pre-orders were all damn Mandalorian figures and Clone Wars figures. It didn't occur to me until literally, look what we got here: Mandalorian, Clone Wars, Clone Wars. Look what we have here. We only got Rise of Skywalker and OT Luke here with the Snowspeeder, and then prequel. So Clone Wars, prequels, and Mandalorian.
As long as we keep buying it, they're going to keep putting it out. And as long as Snowspeeder Pilot Lukes are at the bottom of the barrel, they're not going to put them out.
Right.
And that's what scares me. That's what scares me is because we might not see any OT stuff for a minute. If we are getting a Luke, Bespin Luke is gone. We're not going to see Bespin Luke anytime soon.
Well, here's the thing.
All Mandalorian stuff.
Here's the thing, Nate. It may be beneficial for them then. I think we all kind of feel it that they're going to come out with the Mandalorian Luke. Because of the hype of that may help the Bespin Luke. So maybe now is the time to come out with them both.
Right. And another thing is that, right now Star Wars is hot. Like, it's so much going on in Star Wars. So a lot of people are going to pre-order like Mandalorian, Clone Wars, and things like that. So I do think, though, that, they need to kind of watch out. Aries mentioned this before, that, the sales for the Dark Trooper is really not that great based on the information we have right now. So maybe by doing a Mando look, it will boost the sales for the other figure as well. So whatever they release, it has to be with the mindset that this is gonna help the other figure, right? Because that's how they do things. So I do think that Mando look should be next, and that's probably gonna help the Dark Trooper. And if they do a 2-pack with R2D2, that will be even better because I don't have an R2D2, and I was waiting for the Hottoys one, and I don't know why I passed on it, but I guess I just have to wait.
Dude, I hopped on that R2D to the moment Sideshow was like, hey, limited stock. I'm like, but here's the thing though, I warned people, I got the email about the limited stock, go for it. And people were like, oh, you crazy, Nate. And then it sold out within a few hours. I was telling y'all, that's when I bought the R2D2. That's when I bought it.
Well, and if you look at Penn Iswan's, Eswin's comment, no Kenobi, angry. And I wouldn't worry about that, dude. I wouldn't worry because I do think that even if that doesn't come out by May 4th, they've got to put out that Clone Wars Ben before they release the Clone Wars. At least, yeah. But I actually think, I know we didn't talk about that over the last 10 minutes, guys. I don't know what you think, but I do think we're getting a Clone Wars Kenobi. I think that's just an easy release.
But I would be definitely excited for Clone Wars Kenobi. Definitely for the accessories. I think the accessories are going to be awesome. Maybe some backpacks. Someone said it in the comment. I can't remember who said it, but they were like talking about, I think it was Will. He was mentioning that, I would like to see accessories. I would like to see backpacks galore. From the actual Clone Wars shows. Kenobi was all over the place when it came to accessories in the show. So they can go all the way with it if they wanted to.
Yeah, and also think about it, right? As I said before, they just started the Clone Wars line. So, technically they have so much to produce. So, if Obi-Wan doesn't come out by May 4th or before, it's definitely going to come after. I mean, it's definitely going to be out. They cannot have Anakin without Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
That's a main character. So it's not like a side character, like really. They have to announce it. I don't know when, but hopefully soon.
No, I maybe it won't be May the 4th. It'll pass that. It'll probably head over to maybe
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. You funny. Maybe a summer release pre-order, or when's the next big pre-orders when they start dropping for Star Wars? Because Lando, when did that drop? Lando dropped in the fall.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that one was like, it was just, hey, here we go, Lando. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like you mentioned, yeah.
I feel that's how Bespin's going to be. Bespin Han is going to be. This is just drop it.
So random, right?
I've never seen this happen ever.
Yeah, Harrison Ford signed off. Okay, just release it. I don't care what day it is.
Yeah, what day. maybe he's waiting to be other than May 4th, just because he's just odd.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know,
now,
but
guys, this is a personal for me, but I'm hoping that we see the only Mandalorian I'm hoping to see. I know we got the Luke Mandalorian in the talks, but honestly, I really want the Mark III Mandalorian. I want the swoop bike. I want the head sculpt, Pedro Pascal head sculpt. I want the DX. I want everything with that, bro. That's what I want.
That's happening. I mean, that's actually, again, some sources told me that, they're trying to develop a either a 2-pack for Mandalorian or the head sculpt and the Mandalorian. So that's definitely coming. I think that's coming. I don't know when, but I mean, again, the Mandalorian was huge in Star Wars, so they have so much that they can do. They will not pass any opportunity, and that's definitely going to happen.
Exactly.
I don't see why not.
And here's the other thing, Nate. Like, I want that too, and I think guys, that's very possible. Like, a lot of people are asking me, hey, what about the Mandalorian? Like you guys were just talking about. I put that in my video this week. I think that I wouldn't be surprised at all if that gets dropped between now and May 4th, because that's a big seller for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other thing too, and and I think you got to look at this with the logic of Ahsoka waiting for the Ahsoka series.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm telling you, I'm having a funny feeling on this Fennec Shand and Boba Fett, that ending scene, and I don't think that they're just gonna wait until how that show does at the end of the year or next year to capitalize on that. I mean, not a whole lot of talk on that, or at least that Boba Fett.
Yeah, Hot Toys wants the new money, and the new money is collectors coming in they want the Mandalorian, they want the Clone Wars stuff. Unfortunately, these new collectors are not going for the OT stuff, and it shows. I'm sorry to say this, but it shows. Look what we got, like literally 40 pre-orders, nothing but Mandalorian and Clone Wars, and then of course you got the Rise of Skywalker stuff, but still,
Well, no, I will say, brother, that and I agree that the Empire Strikes Back, Vader and Boba were very good in those, strong in those pre-orders. So I think that they like to keep iconic ones mixed in a couple. So that's why, for instance, like the Bespin Han, the Bespin Luke, maybe a Rogue One, something of Leia or something, a reissue, or Darth Vader Return of the Jedi. Because Vader, even since he's been announced, guys, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he's been in the top 10, like since he's been out, that 40th anniversary. It hasn't been top, but it's been like right up there, and it's been in the top 10 for a long time. So maybe they come out with something, one of these Bespin Hans, Luke's, Vaders, because I think they're epic enough to make it happen.
No, yeah, I do agree on that as well, but I think I'm scared that the OTs are taking a step back with Hot Toys, and we might see that happen because I understand money talks, but speaking of money talks, Lane Kramer once again with the $5. What the $5? Okay, Lane, Daddy chill. Okay, so what we got here? So for the May the 4th, perhaps a chance for an announcement of Star Wars game characters: Darth Revan, Darth Nihilus, Cal Kestis. I say possible. Oh my God, dude, you're preaching over public, baby. No, those are legacy characters right there. Wow.
The Acolyte's coming out.
I don't know if you guys played Old Republic with Darth Revan, but
and they could listen, guys. Listen, Nate, man, I'm telling you. You know how like they spawned the Clone Wars on us with that Rex, and then you had the subsequent Ahsoka and that. I mean, if they want to start another line or let us know in the next few years, they're going to start coming out with these. I could absolutely see them doing, what like Black Series initially did with their what they were doing with GameStop there. I think it's open all over now, but that gaming series or whatever they had there with their line. So this would not shock me if they wanted to expand some. I mean, Darth Revan. I might bring some people over to the fandom if they do
there's
that.
A lot. Hey, there is talks. There is talks that the next trilogy is the Old Republic. There is talks that the next trilogy that's coming out for Star Wars is centered around the Old Republic.
Well, when does the Acolyte take place, guys? I thought it was around that time. Am I wrong?
I think the Acolyte takes place in between the prequel and the OT. I think the Acolytes is when they're hunting Jedis.
No, I think that. I think that's when Yoda was not on the council and he was actually on the field.
Really?
And that would be Old Republic, I think. And if that is, then I could absolutely see this. I think that's what the Acolyte is.
Okay. Lane Kramer it's High Republic era. Okay, it's a High Republic. It's 200 years. It's 200 years before
High Republic.
High Republic is sort of Disney's Old Republic thing, but it's 200 and telling you the first issue of that comic book series is with Yoda in the cover. That thing is going for $500 easy. It's crazy. But Dante, talk to me.
I just want to say something. Talking about the OT figures, right? Yes. So and I discussed this as well. If they decide to pull the trigger on Bespin Han, I think there are high chances that we're gonna see a reissue of Half Leia. because I mean they just have to compensate somewhere, right? And Hot Leia is I think is going from a decent amount of money right now, right, Aries? I think the
Yes.
400. I think. Maybe.
It just entered the $400 tier range, but it's creeping up. It's like it's getting close to 450.
Right. So they whatever they do, the next move is gonna with the mindset of helping other figures that are not doing so great. But Bespin Luke will be a huge thing if they come out. I don't know if it's gonna really happen. As I said before,
maybe
Grievous
Bespin
has more
Luke-
chances.
Maybe Bestman Luke was in the plans until Mandalorian Luke popped up in the show, and then it just nope, that's it. Just cut it. Send him back. Throw Bestman like it's literally like Andy from Toy Story. You got Buzz Lightyear. You got Woody. Woody is the Bestman Luke, and then you got Buzz Lightyear with Mandalorian Luke. He's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. That's Hot Toys. Boom.
Yeah, but they're still gonna make money anyways. I mean, let's be honest. Will you pass on the Bespin Luke if he's out? Nah, you're gonna get it.
I need it for my 40th anniversary.
You're gonna get it. I mean, would you pass on a Mando Luke?
No.
Hell no. So I mean, that's an easy, that's an easy sell for them. I mean, it's not like you releasing something that like the Dark Trooper, for example, right? That some people is like, I don't know. But then if you see Mando Luke, then you're gonna get the Dark Trooper because you want to have that iconic
That's the only way.
scene, right? So
hey, Sideshow's doing their streams at the moment. So Penny, he's being the real MVP here. Real MVP.
Drop it live,
He's
baby.
gonna drop the code. He's gonna drop the code for us. That's fire. Oh my God!
Jedi
Freaking
Porkins is back.
with another $10. Okay, what we got here? Mando has breathed new life into Star Wars. Though Mando brought me to Hot Toys. Now I also have 40th Vader and Boba, Darth Anakin. Yes, absolutely. I've been preaching about this since Mandalorian first started. I was not buying Star Wars. I was not buying any Star Wars products after what happened with the sequel trilogy. I was literally just buying OT figures or anything prequels. I wasn't buying anything new anymore. Like, I literally just stopped. Then Mandalorian happened, and I'm sorry for those who do enjoy sequel trilogies. More power to you. That's freaking great. But as for me, I just didn't buy any more Star Wars after what happened. But Mandalorian did bring me back to life with that. So, even though I am going to buy my Rey. I love Kylo and Rey. Just the story doesn't fit with me. But I do like the characters, though. You can always like the characters, but not like the story. You can still be in that same boat.
right, hoping that they correct the Heskel based on the prototype pictures, right?
Daddy, chill. What do you feel about that? Cold drop.
Serenity.
Get the codes, baby. Get the codes. Drop the codes, baby. Serenity. Okay, taking a break. Taking a break real quick. Taking a break. I gotta get my code. And give me a second.
Well, listen.
Let's run the show for a minute, Aries.
This is important business here. It's important Jedi business, Aries.
Well, the Mandalorian did breathe life into Star Wars, but not just that. It brought a lot of people that didn't know about Star Wars. I know just from friends that I have that really enjoyed watching The Mandalorian. They really enjoy Baby Yoda. They really enjoy Grogu. They really enjoy the child. They got all into it, and there's this whole craze, and people are coming in, and people are looking during COVID-19 to watch something enjoyable on television. So there is an influx of people coming in that are interested in that, and that is why I believe, Dante, that you have so many Mandalorian and prequels era figures that kind of as well. Just I think he brought some of them into the show, like Ahsoka, and I think that's why, and that is why I think that the coming up, the Book of Boba Fett is coming out in December. And you got the Bad Batch here, and you have some people that they introduced in the Mandalorian for some of the, for the first time, and then you have the Book of Boba Fett coming out, and that the Mandalorian is going to be Pedro Pascal is going to be in that show. So Yeah, I mean, yeah, low bot.
Why?
That's why they're going to keep coming out with Mando figures.
I'm gonna have to come out with it. One of these days, I'm gonna have to just come out with a shirt just
And
memeing me because of
yeah, I
this
know,
Lobot
right?
stuff. Oh my god.
You know, I think when I was talking about that he stopped buying, figures because of Star Wars, whatever. I mean, Mandalorian just put Star Wars in another level. I mean, they saved Star Wars pretty much because they should have done what they did, which is a topic for another day. But I think the Mandalorian is fantastic. I mean, I think that was the right approach, and they should have copied that when they were doing the sequels, right? But yeah, there's so many good characters there in the show that I love. Like, for example, like you said, Grogu. I love Cara Dune, the Carl Weathers character, which I don't remember the name.
Karga.
Him, even Moff Gideon. I guess when he showed up with the dark saber, it was pretty interesting, And then, of course, the remnant of the Empire, right? That even though was defeated, it wasn't. I mean, it was still something behind running the show. So I kind of like the full concept, and I think that definitely helped Star Wars. Definitely helped. And as you can see with all these figures, even characters that were in the show for like 2 minutes got their own figure.
Like the heavy. Like the heavy. Look at that. Weightless full, baby.
No one was interested in this until the reviews came out.
You know how many people threw out hate for this figure just because he only did the salute, the Rocketeer salute at the end? And I'm here like, why are you hating on that?
Look, that's why I'm saying they're going to come out with Casca Reeves. She may not deserve a figure. It's debatable. But if they're going to make money on it like this, they're going to come out with it.
Oh, no, I don't deny her release. I just deny the fact that you think it's coming out May the 4th. Get out of here.
I mean,
get out of here.
OG Mando.
Not only May the 4th, maybe May the 3rd, maybe May the 2nd.
I can't with you.
May the 4th.
I can't with you, Aries.
May the 3rd at 11 p.m.
May the 3rd, 11 p.m. There you go. They're going to come out with Casca.
Dude, that'd be fun. I'm telling you, that would be hella fun, man.
The figures that I was telling everyone not to sleep on it was OG Mando. Everyone was saying, I can wait. I'm just gonna get the best card. But OG Mando is the OG Mando. That's the very first figure for the Mandalorian. So this is a grail. Just wait for it, like a couple of years. A few years later, this figure is gonna be like crazy. How much is it right now, Aries? Like in the 350, 300 range?
No, it just cracked the $400 tier range. I put that out, earlier this week. That was some breaking news. I think it's at 407 exactly. If everyone goes to the market value chart, it'll be up there. But it's continually selling now.
James C, take it easy, man.
Low 400s. Take care, James.
Take care, James.
But yeah, I mean it's it's a $400 tier range figure again.
It is. It is. It's been fluctuating, but the longer things take, the more limited it's gonna be because more people are buying it up. And then kind of like what happened with it, the heavy Mando is literally taking the same steps. It's baby steps, but literally the same steps that the anime Boba went through, and it's frightening when you think about it.
The vintage color one is too, by the way. That's 377 now.
And another thing, so we were talking about, I think you guys were talking about the Boba Fett and Tamura Morrison's figure 2-pack before I joined. So looking at 6Cantina.com, the chart that Aries put together, like just think about this, right? Han and Chewie, $900 currently, $900.
Yep.
Tarkin and Vader currently $840.
And that's going to go up.
And that's going to go up. Well, Anakin Darkseid is a one figure, but those two. Just think about that, right? Those two. Even Bespin Luke is $650.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, right? For example, Han and Chewie, you can buy Han and Chewie separate, right? Tarkin and Vader, you can buy Tarkin and you can buy Vader separate.
Mm-hmm.
But can you do that with the Tamura Morrison and the Boba Fett? I mean, you can only get Boba Fett. But what about the so that is the reason why I think when this figure is sold out, it's gonna kill it. Unless Hottoys decide to release a figure with the Hasbro part. Honestly, I think they're gonna wait to do that because that's where the money is.
Mhm.
They're just gonna wait to release the figure, and that one is gonna be a very hard to find 2-pack if they don't produce enough.
Of the second head sculpt, yeah.
For the Hellsculpt only, but just the fact that you have that Boba Fett with the Tamura Morrison's Hellsculpt, which is the very first time Boba Fett was introduced to us in the Mandalorian show. I mean, that's a must-have. To me, that's a must-have. You need to have that figure. If you're a collector, you need to have that figure. But the only way to get it, guess what? Is with a 2-pack. So,
hey, Vincent. Just ask, can someone sell me a Darkseid Anakin? That's the real trick, isn't it? You need more context with that question because we will sell you one, but how much is it worth to you?
well,
People are gonna be pulling a Watto on you. I'm just saying, bro.
That figure right now, I believe, is $4 away. I talked about it in my video this week from cracking the $800 tier range. I think it's $796. I'm not looking at it. It is? Okay.
Yes, it is. I'm actually looking at your chart. So let me okay, let's test Ares. All right, Ares. How much is I'm just kidding. I bet if I ask you, you're gonna tell me the answer, so
I probably know. But and that Darkseid Anakin too. I mean, it's selling for such like ridiculous prices right now, but
K2SO, how much is it?
715.
Close, 23.
Close.
It's about there with 700. I've seen it at 700. I've seen it at 700.
Guys,
and that just sold live on my video. It sold for 665, I think. Whatever.
And I have to say this live. I mean, putting all this together, like this chart, like I'm looking right now with all the prices, it takes so much time because it's not just one source, it's different many sources. So if you guys want to check this out, just go to sixelcantina.com and you can just check pretty much all the prices. It's pretty interesting actually. Even the Death Star Gunner, like $550. Like
it's a rare one.
It
is. Now there was talks that people were like, dude, they're gonna come out with a Death Star Gunner again through Mandalorian because they did appear. They did appear. Mandalorian. Yeah, they did appear.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well,
Krennic is turning up as well, $442.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why for that because of all the Mandalorian Death Troopers. Now people are like, okay, let me pick up the Mandalorian Death Troopers, and I'm like, oh crap,
I have a Krennic.
I need my Krennic, exactly. Oh my god, I need my Krennic.
I know.
But you know what, Nate? And you brought this up before about the OT figures. I will tell you this though, like that, A New Hope Han that just cracked also this past week the $500 tier range. That figure right now, and I'm also getting messages on our Facebook group. Hey, that just sold, for $700. And yeah, I mean, there was one that this week that just sold, $600, high $500. And right now, the A New Hope Leia is going for extremely high prices. And then about a month ago, the Alec Guinness A New Hope Ben Kenobi cracked the $500 tier range. So while you're saying, yeah, they're not focusing on the OT right now, if they reissued any of those figures, there's a lot of interest in the secondary market. I'll tell you that. They're moving.
No, there is. Because the thing is, a lot of these pre-orders aren't coming out till next year. So these collectors are going back buying up old stock. And I've mentioned this before in my videos that collectors, they tend to be impatient when it comes to Hot Toys, especially with Hot Toys. So if nothing's coming out with Hot Toys anytime soon, we can just go back and rebuy figures that, okay, I missed out on getting this figure. Let me just... they're never going to take... As for me, like, I missed out on getting the Han before it started rising up in price. There's plenty of times where I could have picked up the Han and Chewie from Solo for reasonable prices. But then I was like, I'll wait till Bespin Han. 6 months later, no Bespin high.
But it's gonna
Hopefully
happen
not 6
eventually.
years later.
But
Another
listen,
6 months. Another 6 months.
okay, so then you were talking about Ray and Kylo Ren, right? Like, look at this. The Ray from the Last Jedi is 411. 411 for that Ray, which is just a figure and a couple of wait, this is this is the
Last Jedi, the one with the long hair.
the Last Jedi, right? This is with the birds, right? With the
Yeah, Porg.
porks, yeah. And then the Last Jedi Kylo Ren, which to me was a really good figure with the head sculpt and everything, 401. So those are getting pricey, man. Like, those are getting pricey. Little by little, they just.
Hulk Wars Toys just sold one last week. A Last Jedi raid at $430, and it's a good price. I mean, you know, but like I mentioned also, you guys, and just so everyone on here knows, it's an average price. So that means it also sells, you know, under that sometimes. And what I've found for me, like, I didn't pick up my Jyn Erso yet. I didn't pick up my Chirrut. Nate knows I need them. Nate knows I'm looking, you know. But the thing is for some people, luck out. And some people that are looking for a figure, some people will make a listing in the middle of the night. I don't want to deal with the hassle. I don't want to bargain. I'll sell it for $200 cheaper so I can get the money real quick.
Yes, it does happen.
Be patient.
It does happen. I've told these stories before with you guys, and also in my videos. Patience is key, because most of my grills hey, that Grogu over there? But no, seriously though, like, there's a lot of Order 66. I know we were at 70. We were at 70. We were at 70. We peaked at 70, which was pretty cool. But we're bouncing off 66. Order 66. So it's pretty cool. Also, hit those likes, baby. Hit those freaking likes.
Subscribe.
Yes, and subscribe too. If you're new to the channel, hit those subscribes. Hit the subscribes on Hot Collectibles and Aries. We're hitting streams every week. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, especially May the 4th week. It's going to be hella fun. I'm just telling you.
May the 4th be with you. But this is a thing, right? Yeah, I agree with what you said. Don't just sell it. If you want to sell something, which is fine, by all means, you can sell whatever you want. But if you're patient, if you wait like a month or so, you can get way more money if you just sell it right now. Unless you really truly need the money right at this moment, because, you know, God forbid, emergency or something that you needed, by all means, understandable. But if you know that you can wait a couple of months, it's funny, because I was thinking to sell my Black Panther. And literally, it's a tragedy. Like, literally, like a few weeks later, you know, Chadwick Boseman passed away. So I said, you know what? For respect, I'm not selling it, because people start selling it on the same day.
Yeah.
$900. That was the most disgusting thing I ever seen. I mean, by all means, you can sell whatever you want.
Before all that happened, you were.
But then I decided not to, because I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it, because, you know, just because, I mean, I didn't need the money at that moment, so I wasn't in a rush of selling it anyways. But then when that happened, I said, you know what? This is gonna be one of those figures that are gonna be a unique one, right? Because that's the last movie he was in.
Yeah.
Solo movie. And the head sculpt was, to me, really good, so I just kept it. The only thing I did was just a review, like more like a tribute review. I did.
I remember that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
Not awkward. The Jigglypuff, profile pic. Do you think it's possible to trade a Durasteel Mando for Dooku? Been trying to replace my Mando with a Dooku for a while. Do it.
All day.
Do it.
They're about the same price right now.
Do it. Do it. You know why? Do it? Because.
Why?
Okay. I enjoy my Durasteel Mando, of course.
But that's not awkward, right?
What? That's not awkward? No, it's not. Get out of here. Because it's Star Wars. When is Star Wars awkward? I'm just kidding. But yes, I say do it. If you have an offer right now, do it. Because they're not going to come out with another Dooku. They're going to come out with plenty of Mandos. And unless your Durasteel Mando, like this one right here, the OG Mando, is your definitive Mando from the show, and it's your favorite Mando, I say no. But if you're okay with leaving this and you're already going to get maybe the next Mandalorian that comes out, the Beskar Mando, because they're going to keep popping up in Mandos like this, you know, but they're going to be the Beskar one. But I'm saying if someone wants this right now for a Dooku, that's the perfect trade, because they're not going to be another Dooku.
I would probably trade a Beskar Mando for Dooku rather than the OG Mando than Dooku.
But
The OG
yeah,
Mando is gonna
yeah.
be pricey in the future, so you also need to think. So whatever you trade, just have this in mind. Okay, is this even if it's the first release, the very first figure for the show? Like chances are that most likely you want to see it again, but you can see different versions of the Beskar outfit. So it's really I guess it's preference, but if it's me, if I have the best Carmando and I want to trade it with Dooku, I would definitely do it, but not the OG. Just me.
But
Just
no,
me.
here's the thing though. It's a good trade because it's the first. It's the first Dooku hot toy, and the first Mandalorian hot toy. So it's a perfect trade right there. Trade for first. You usually want to trade for the pretty much the authenticity. But here's the
That
thing though.
too.
Doc says don't do it. Clone Wars Dooku is possible. It is. I did mention it before on Aries stream. We showed pictures that there is a Clone Wars look for Dooku. Whether they release it, it's up in the air. It just depends on Hot Toys because the thing
Time
is,
to wake
remember,
up.
because yeah, that's my work time. I actually supposed to be going to work, but not tonight though. Tonight is my all day stream, so not all day stream, but you know what I mean, all night stream. But yes,
No, I mean,
personally, it's for me. It's yes, but what you were saying, Aries.
no, I agree with both of you guys, and it's right, and just from as far as a market perspective right now, I mean, OG Mando's 407, account Dooku is like 430, 437, so that's a good trade, value wise, but like Dante and Nate were saying, the OG Mando will probably pass up the Count Dooku. It'll probably go into the $500 tier range. That doesn't mean that Dooku won't either. But I think there's probably going to be more. I think the original. I think the OG Mando is going to pass him up. But it's a good trade.
Yeah, it still is a good trade. And I don't know, maybe in the future when they have, I don't know, I don't know what year it will be, but to have a special anniversary episode 2 characters.
Mm-hmm.
When was episode 2 released anyway? What year?
In 2002. So 2022. That's the 20th anniversary.
So here we go. They can easily reissue a bunch of those characters. That's a possibility as well. So maybe you may want to do it and wait and just kind of like hope that they're gonna reissue it, right? But again, it in any case, you're gonna get what you want at the end of the day. That's what it matters. What you really, really want. So if you're looking for that figure, by all means you can. But if you have other options to trade, maybe you can just do it. To me, the OG Mando is a very special figure. And I think
It is for
besides the overall look, I think I kind of like that rustic look, like you see that beat up armor, and because it was the very first character from a Star Wars live show, so there's a lot of story associated.
First, yes, it's a lot of first, but also
It's a lot of first. Yeah.
the thing is, what I when I officially knew that Star Wars was saved for me was when Durasteel Mando took on 4 Remnant. I bought 4 Remnant Troopers just for the Durasteel Mando for that pose that I will set up pretty soon once I get to space. But yes, but guess who's in the house? Back from vacation, Dawn the freaking Prime, baby.
What's going on, folks?
So, man, welcome.
What's going on, brother?
Thank you. Not too much. Went on vacation and collected a few prizes to be given away next week.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
We got some giveaways happening, guys. So make sure you stay subscribed, like, comment, and stay tuned to the live streams next week. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. I'll just say one of them I actually couldn't bring back with me, both due to size of the package and potential issues with if I checked it, it would get damaged. So all the stuff was shipped out from the UPS store at the hotel this morning. Hopefully get it Saturday or Monday. Here's knocking on wood, but either way, we'll give away stuff. We got pictures of what we're getting to give you guys. So stay tuned.
That's
Freaking
exciting, man.
Awesome.
I just can't wait, man. Don's still hungover. Are you still hungover, bro?
Not really. I'm just burnt out and sunburned. I did probably 8 to 10 miles. Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and probably 4 or 5 this afternoon or this morning.
Wow.
So, plus NASA was 3 or 4 miles a day, and it was hot and humid. So yeah,
It's getting there with the weather now. So shoot.
yeah, and the insane thing is, all the flights are sold out, both up and down. It was sold out. Yeah, it's insane. It was a 45-minute wait just to get into Universal, and I had early access.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how
Wow.
late access will be. 2 hours waiting.
No, it was to a point where once they reached a capacity, a certain number of people, they shut the park off, and it was basically one in,
really?
one out. And
wow.
one day it got to that point at 10:30.
Wow. Wow.
Bruh,
Well, the world
man.
is slowly going back to normal, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
That's what I've
there
been
are good
noticing.
signs.
That's what I've been noticing with traffic now. Like,
Yeah.
literally, I work third shift, so I barely see traffic, especially when the pandemic was starting. It was just perfect. No one in the freaking highways, smooth sailings. And then when things start opening up again, I see everybody driving through the highway. I'm like, oh, God, here we go again. But yeah, but hey, things are opening up again, so
Yep.
that's good. That means more figures, so I'm excited. But yo, Don, so much has happened since you've been gone. There's
I know.
talks-
I'm trying to catch up.
Dude, there is we lost the Darth Vader. There is talks that the Scout Super bike is
Yeah, I
selling
saw
out.
that. Yeah, I
Dude,
saw that.
You predicted it perfectly.
Yep. I mean, again, it's not a unique market tactic. It's just unique in the fact that Hottoys finally did it.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was telling. Yep.
No, it's just been a wild week, guys. And we
And
were
it's
just
still not
talking about,
over.
Yeah, we we were just talking. It's almost over, but we were talking about some predictions that we might be getting for May the 4th. So Don, drop us some wisdom here, bro.
All right. So when I asked, now there are 2 stores specifically in Disney Springs. There's an offshoot of Galaxy's Edge, and there's a normal Star Wars store. So I flat out asked anybody if they had Bad Batch stuff or any info. All one person told me there was a street date, and it's, embargoed to that street date.
Really?
Yep. So I don't know if that's general stuff that's going to be sold at Disney because it's their property, or if that's everything. So
Usually there is an embargo, especially when it came to the Marvel stuff. We didn't see anything from the WandaVision stuff till late. Till literally right when the episode ended. So I think that's the same thing that's going to happen with the Captain America Falcon and some of the new figures that are coming out. So
well, you know my theory on what's going to happen with FalCap.
what's going to happen?
I potentially think, since Captain America 4 was announced, Friday afternoon, we might get a Falcon that's just, that's going to stand in for the Infinity War Endgame Disney Plus, maybe a few options to change up the general look. And I'm 60-40, we might actually not see anything till Captain America 4 comes out.
That's your theory.
Again, I'm not 100% on that. Absolutely not. I'm just seeing that Hottoys can double dip. They can release the Falcon that was, we've seen for the last 2 movies, and then the majority of this series, that whet a lot of people's appetite and then make a lot of people happy they can get a Falcon given his price. Then 2 years down the road, we're going to see Captain America Falcon version because of Captain America 4. And then we're also probably going to get another new updated Bucky.
Yeah, we need
That's a
we need the
possibility
Bucky.
as well.
We need a 2.0 Bucky, man. I'm getting tired of this, but we also need the Cyborg announcement. It's gonna be a minute. We got all this Marvel and Star Wars stuff. So after the Star Wars and Marvel pre-order hypes, then maybe we'll see a Cyborg popping up.
Yeah, because Cyborg is gonna be, as soon as it drops, is gonna be a lot of people getting it. I mean, that's something that a lot of people were waiting for years, and it's gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna happen. But now the question is, when, like how soon they're gonna announce it. Um, you know, now that the movie did well, the Snyder Cut did well. I mean, a lot of people like the movie. I mean, plus we have the Superman and the Nightmare Batman coming out as well. It is just a matter of time that they're gonna do it. They will not wait again. Because the fans wants to have everything. Like you want to have the whole crew together. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably happening soon. I think.
I agree.
Yep.
But yeah, I think this week is going to be Marvel galore, and then next week we're going to get everything Star Wars, man. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, and
It's gonna happen.
yeah, I'm just hope.
Is it possible?
Is it possible? Yes, yes. As Aries was saying, is it possible? Now there was. Let's see. I know we talked about it just for a little bit, but Dante, what are you missing a Bespin Leia or a Hop Leia? That's the reason why you want a reissue to happen.
Yeah. Of course.
I gotta admire his honesty.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because I'm like, let me see. It is possible because it's an older figure, and also Bespin Han could be a release as well. So if they do that, they could reissue the hell. They can even reissue Bespin, not Bespin, but Hop Leia as a 40th anniversary package.
Right. Or maybe
They could if they do it now.
Or they can do a Hoth hand. You know?
I want the Bespin Han to have the Hoth accessories.
How about a C-3PO in 40th anniversary packaging or Chewbacca?
They need a 2-pack, bro. They need a 2-pack with that Chewbacca and C-3PO.
Now, if they did a 2-pack with Han and Leia, they would have to do something potentially like, what the heck is that worm thing? Like a base and a backdrop, like they're in the thing, and include a Minoc or two. Yep, as accessories. And then again, if you do a C-3PO, and again 40th ESB with Chewie, you just make it like an extension so you can combine it.
Yeah,
That's true.
that'd be.
Yeah, I mean they have so many things they can do. Definitely, they can do so much. There's so many good ideas out there, and Hottoys is listening. I mean, they're not stupid. I mean, they know what people wants to see. So it's just a matter of how they're gonna do it, and if they're gonna do it, and if so, when.
No, they're not stupid because they are looking at the markets as well, the resale market, and they were looking at the Mark 47. They were looking at the Hulkbuster. Those were rising in price for a while until Hottoys was like, you know what? Let's reissue the Hulkbuster. You know what? Let's reissue the Mark 47. They did the same thing with the Mark 5. So
That Bespin Han would be like, I think everyone would go nuts over that. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be such an epic and about time release.
Yes.
It'd be epic right now because we're almost thinking it's not going to happen because we're waiting so long.
yeah.
Right, but who knows? I mean, maybe that's what they want to do. Who knows?
Well, they could pull a Lando again, just a big surprise, and then we're expecting the May the 4th. So I don't think that's the thing. I don't think we are gonna get the Bespin Han. We're gonna see more Mandalorian figures than anything.
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to get another Mandalorian figure. And honestly, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if we actually get the Luke Mandalorian figure and then we get the Mandalorian. I was thinking they were going to hold off on that Pedro Pascal one or with the speeder bike one until the Beskars, kind of moved out a little bit more for Sideshow or whatnot. But maybe they don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see them doing it.
I feel that you know why? You know why? Because look at what happened with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just tell you this. Again, when I was at Disney Springs and I was all at the Star Wars stores, I had a friend ask me to get, some Grogu stuff for her son. And so I went to both stores. Both stores were basically sold out of everything. The only thing, the only two things that were at the general Star Wars store was the comic style of Mandalorian and Grogu, just looking at each other. And then a woman's shirt that just says, Baby Yoda. across the chest.
Wow, and everything else sold out. That is just absolutely
everything, including the hats and everything.
Wow.
And they even said in the parks themselves they cannot keep it in stock, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's only been in the last couple of weeks as things have picked up with travel. People haven't been. Mandalorian came out. It's only 2019, and if people are going to Florida, as a family, they're not going. They're probably, if they're going to go, it's once every 5 to 10 years. So this is their opportunity to get that stuff.
Yeah,
they cannot keep it in stock.
Well, and we were just talking about that before you came on, Don. That also goes to show you as well how hot the Mandalorian really still is, and I think that's why Hottoys is dropping. I mean, Nate was bringing it up before, that Ahsoka Tano that he has up on the screen. It's still number one with everything. And I think that they know it's hot.
Exactly. I mean, this is a particularly interesting figure. Grogu has himself. He has established himself as like a cultural icon, not just in, geeks, nerds, like our, type of things. He has literally reached across the world to probably 80%, because of just what he is and he represents.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is making Star Wars the vast majority of their money, probably 85 to 90% if I was going to put money on it. Because, the writers group ain't putting anything out that's actually making money.
Right.
So long story short, Grogu is cool.
Yeah,
exactly.
Look at him. Look at it. Show him off, baby. Look at him.
Well, and that's why, and I'm sure Grogu would tell Dante. He probably already told Dante. That's why he's going to be in season 3. Because I got people that ask me, is like, oh, they're done with Grogu, and I'm like, oh no, they're not, baby. That's where the money is.
Yeah,
they're going to bring him in every way they can.
You know what's crazy? Okay,
teenage Grogu.
Teenage Grogu. Yeah, what's crazy though is the fact that there are people out there who are aware, who would know who Darth Vader is, but they never watched Star Wars in their lives, and that's the same thing with Grogu. Like, yeah, I know Grogu. I've watched Star Wars, but I know Grogu. I've got the merch. I have not seen it yet. I have not seen The Mandalorian. I've had people like that told me, yeah, I love Grogu. Yeah, have you watched it? No. What?
I'll just tell you this. Like, and here's the thing that's also interesting too, is I'm in Harry Potter land. There are people with masks of Grogu in a Harry Potter wizard uniform.
Wow.
That proves your point. A cultural phenomenon.
Cultural thing, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody recognizes this little here.
Well, and that's why with the sequels, beyond the sequels, it's like, well, Grogu must be dead. There's no way they're gonna find a way that this Grogu is around.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. It's where the money is. It's just money.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do something like Luke put him in a safe place so he wouldn't, it was in a breaking case of dire emergency, and it was one of those things they didn't, Leia didn't know about him, so it was never even thought of. Therefore, bing bang, he's alive. That explains everything.
Here's your new trilogy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Grogu. Teenage Mutant Ninja Grogu. Teenage Mutant Ninja Grogu. I love
Jedi
that.
and the pint-sized Jedi.
Oh my god, that's good. Pint-sized Jedis, force powers.
Oh god,
that works. That works.
So now I'm gonna do the Aries words. Is it possible that Grogu may have a sibling?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that?
Good
Grogu
lord!
and Grogu.
Like they have I don't know, maybe like twins.
Luke
or
got a
something.
sister.
Well, I
What
mean,
if an evil Grogu, Dante? What if it was an evil one, an evil
or
twin?
evil Grogu.
Well, he
Well,
was
just-
already evil. He almost got canceled because of eating eggs.
Because eating eggs right now, right? I'm like, I said, people, don't we eat eggs for breakfast? Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing too: if they actually want to potentially go to grab more nostalgia, season 3 introduce whose parents is actually Yoda and Yaddle. Therefore, you could potentially do flashbacks and things. Boom, Yoda reissue for Mandalorian.
That's it.
A Yaddle
Yep,
for a Hot Toys.
exactly. And then who other two characters can it be but those two? Again,
the
age matches up perfectly.
Riper and Grogu.
Exactly. And if you really want to go outside, Grogu's date of birth and Anakin's date of birth, are supposedly within a couple of months of each other. What if Grogu's actually the chosen one?
There's a lot of ways they could run this. They could a lot of ways. Chosen one for what though? That's the thing. That's
to make more money and to
make
reach
more
money.
You're the chosen one, dude.
It's all about the money. Jedi tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Oh my god, I love Watto.
Yeah, right.
I love
Only
that
money.
Wow, this is. I mean, really. I mean, it's such a fascinating conversation because I really believe, Don and guys, you have to wonder if Disney actually talks about this in their board meetings on what is hot, and they've got to be seeing what's going on, Don, like what you're seeing at the Disney parks. I mean, you're seeing it visiting. They're seeing it working every day. And they've got to be noticing all the feedback and polls that they're taking, whatever data. And you have to wonder, are they really thinking about resetting certain things or coming up with different timelines? Or because I think that they feel like they can recapture, maybe they have recaptured the magic with this Grogu, like they did in 77. I mean, he's big right now.
Well,
yeah,
can
he's
I just
so big, everybody knows him, and don't even almost everybody knows him in the world, and they probably haven't watched the show yet, and that's crazy.
And can I just all right, so bring up Joe P's comment that's saying they'll never do that. Okay. So Filoni is basically a Jedi, knight to Lucas, to George's being his master. They still talk, and guaranteed, if it was done correctly, but not, it gave you a taste, but it didn't give you the whole meal. He would be perfectly fine with that because it wouldn't contradict his stance. The only thing we would see is, say in the Jedi Council, in the temple, Yoda and Yaddle talking. You're not going to see him, getting it on, but the implications are going to be there. The clues, the groundwork is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
In that way, it contradicts nothing, but it adds new.
Filoni had an interview, and he also did it. He also had another interview over the documentary of Mandalorian. He explained the entire story of Anakin Skywalker's progression through the prequels, and he pretty much set up the Phantom Menace as the turning point of whether Anakin was going to the dark side or the light side, and just because of Duel of Fates. Because if Qui-Gon had survived, Anakin would have never turned into the dark side. Because Qui-Gon was the father figure that Anakin needed to progress his mastery of the Jedi. Because the thing is, Qui-Gon always believed that the Jedi needed to grow out of their state that where they were in. That's why he was never part of the council, because he kept breaking the rules with them. And it makes sense why Dooku made that comment to Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones, where he was like, Qui-Gon, I wish he was here. He could see what I've been talking about this whole time. Because Dooku, and honestly, Dooku wasn't really a Sith Lord. He was still trying to take out Palpatine, but he was learning the ways, and that's what was his downfall. Is that I know you were trying to take me out, man, but I'm Palpatine. I'm playing everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the thing is too that the song "Duel of the Fates" it was there right along, and a lot of us, and I'll be one self-admittedly, never put the two together until Filoni did that interview. It was one of those, scanners mind blown. Like as soon as you heard that, everything about that situation just became more clear, make more sense. It was concise, and then you're like, oh god! Not only did he have a plan, it's one of those like introspective things where you actually have to watch it, think about it, philosophize, and it's very cerebral.
Yeah, and I think no, I totally agree with this, and it's really fascinating. And the other thing is, Obi-Wan, he had the big brother, or he had a brother. He had an older brother, but he didn't have a father.
Yeah, Grogu had. Wait, you talking about Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah.
Yes. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a good teacher, and he was a good older brother. But the thing is, Obi-Wan Kenobi was the golden boy, the golden child to the console, pretty much. He was pretty much the Captain America of the console. Like literally, he was right and true. The perfect example of a Jedi should be was Obi-Wan Kenobi. But Obi-Wan Kenobi did understand that because of the love he had for Anakin Skywalker, as as his brother, as a father to him, he understood that Anakin, had urges. He had love for other people, especially with Padme, and that's why Kenobi, in a way, he kept all those secrets from the console. Whenever Anakin had that love, because he knew, Obi-Wan knew, he knew.
Yeah.
But because he loved Anakin and made him happy, he allowed it.
Well, is it possible though that Grogu really is, or they can make it to where he was the chosen one after all? I mean, I still, but my head's still spinning with that because I haven't really considered that. I wonder, wouldn't Yoda, if Yoda does wind up being, his father or have the knowledge of him in some way, would have had some deep knowledge, or maybe he was keeping that in his, because maybe he wasn't. If you nose back to the prequels, I think Qui-Gon was convinced he was the chosen one, but I'm not sure Yoda and Mace were.
And that potentially could also bring Mace back into the fold, especially if he survived his fall.
Yeah.
Considering, if Boba Fett can survive the Sarlacc, which was probably then eaten by the Krayt Dragon, and he escaped basically through 2 layers, or he was, the only other option is out the end door. Mace can survive that.
Yeah, I totally. Yeah, he could have used the Force to. He was, severely messed up. But when he flew out the window, he could have, had a last bit of Force energy to stop a major crash on the ground or against the building. But why not? He could have limped away.
Yeah, Penny, I do agree that there's novels that I read that Kenobi had his tendencies. Hell, he literally almost left the Jedi Order for a Mandalorian Duchess. He would have left if she committed to him. Like if she told him. Confessed her love to Kenobi. Kenobi would have left. He would have left the Jedi Order. But the thing is, Kenobi he's an adult now. He's a Jedi Master. He's committed. He couldn't leave. He couldn't leave then. But when he was younger, when he first met the Duchess, I forgot her name, but she's Bo-Katan's sister. If she had confessed her love to him, he would have left.
Now that you kind of brought up part of what I was going to say, but yeah, Bo-Katan is the sister of Obi-Wan's major love interest. Does that not scream potential appearance in the Obi-Wan series?
Dude, oh man, and like a flashback?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because if they're already going to do, the potential veil fight or, a Force vision or Force projection fight, like Luke pulled, why not?
Well, and the other thing is what we were talking about here, guys, with this whole Grogu thing. There could be some stuff that Obi-Wan reveals in that series about Grogu as well. And if he has any interaction with Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon from the Nether Realm could actually be like, by the way, there's something else too. Grogu is the chosen one, or there's multiple dimensions, or there could be something where they bring light into that and start this forward.
Well, I've got just one more mind blower for you. If you really want to talk about some insane stuff, Return of the Jedi. What if they change it, or what if it was the implication Yoda was saying when there's another was not Leia, but Grogu? They could change that.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe Yoda wasn't referring to Leia when Obi-Wan says, "Well, he's our only hope." No, there is another. So I don't think. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it was not. It's just kind of like a general. It is another, meaning that it could be Leia. Yeah, absolutely could be, but also could be another. So Rey, for example, or Grogu, right?
I'm getting chills, Dante. You're chilling me up here.
So that, I mean, one thing for sure is that the path. The way Star Wars is going right now with all these series, is gonna be a connection somewhere. They're gonna try to make it right, and at the end, maybe what happened in the sequel was just happened.
Well,
but in reality,
it could be another timeline that we don't enter anymore.
Right?
So.
Maybe this. I mean, there will be too much. Well, actually, in the Star Wars, there was time travel, right?
Not necessarily time. It was time jumping.
Time jumping. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically you needed to be in the Veil. And the Veil acted basically as a portal on the time-space continuum. You had access to. It's basically linear time didn't exist, but you had the portal to any point in linear time.
But could that be?
So it's not technically time travel. That's some like physics.
Right. So
you change time.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you can manipulate it.
So that was my thing. Maybe they can do something like at one point something changed in time that whatever happened with Rey or Kylo Ren was really not the actual.
Well, exactly. I mean, they've already done that. That's why we have Ahsoka now.
Yeah, well,
because Ezra saved her.
There's a theory out there that when the Rebels happened, when the main character had entered the Veil and saved Ahsoka from her doom, spoiler alert, against Darth Vader, she was supposed to die. Ahsoka was supposed to die in Rebels, but because of the main character, if you his name Ezra, went through the Veil, pulled her out before Vader can strike her down. That was the moment where the time split from the sequel trilogy into the Mandalorian verse, and that's why we see Ahsoka in the Mandalorian, because she was not. That's why we got to see Luke Skywalker pop up again in Mandalorian, because of that time split. Because Grogu was. Then there's a theory that Grogu was supposed to die, or the Mandalorian team was supposed to die on board of Gideon's ship against the Dark Troopers.
And for even further, if you want to go, you can say that the trilogy, the timeline that we got with the sequel trilogies, that's the timeline where Ezra actually did take up Palpatine's offer and go back to the to a point where he never met the Ghost Crew, and he actually his family was never touched by the Empire.
I mean, there's so many possibilities, and if they do it right and it doesn't, for lack of a better word, offend the fandom, or they can insert this in where it promotes a lot of the stuff in the past and move it forward. I think this is like great stuff. I think honestly, like you were saying there, Nate, about the Ahsoka and that timeline, and that's why Grogu, survived, on the ship with Gideon, where in a different timeline he didn't. They captured him. Man, I'm telling you, I mean, they're definitely going to capitalize on this Grogu for sure. I mean, it's
no, most definitely. And then another thing is, there was a comment here. Let me see. There was a big comment here. It's people are already talking too much, so I can't go back up there. There someone mentioned that what if in the Kenobi show, right? we do get the flashbacks fight scene redone between Vader and Kenobi, but with the Darth Vader suit or whatever. That just brings up so much possibilities for reissue figures. That's what's cool about that.
Yeah, there's always gonna be a chance for reissuing figures, even if it's like a 5 second like flashback. Oh, Leia, boom, Leia reissue. No, I mean they can do so much. I mean they expand to the story, prequels, and sequels and everything. So it is gonna be an opportunity to have reissue figures for sure.
I mean, Maul and Solo wasn't even technically on screen. He was like a hologram, and they put out a figure for him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so
true.
certainly with flashbacks, they can do that. And I think that's the other thing too when it comes to Hottoys. Talking about how Star Wars is going to be making their money. Hottoys is going to focus a lot on Grogu, which is spawned really has come from the Mandalorian. And that's why, Nate, you're going through all the Sideshow stuff and you're looking Mandalorian, Clone Wars, prequels, Mandalorian, Clone Wars, Mandalorian, prequels, Mandalorian. That's what's selling. So I think they're going to continue on that. And is it going to they're going to come out with figures for the Book of Boba Fett? Like Don was saying, they probably have a bad batch. It's maybe going to obviously going to come out after the show for that. Mm-hmm. Then you got the series that are coming up. It's going to be continuing.
Yeah, we probably will get Pizza was saying that we might get the Darth Vader Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith period.
Love it. Sign me
appearing in the Kenobi show. That means we could probably get a figure like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to call the Rogue One Darth Vader the Anakin Skywalker that we didn't get, which that's another thing that we might get another Vader. That's the thing though with Hot Toys. When there's a Vader, there's a way. There always will be another Vader. There will always be another Boba Fett.
Yep.
Oh
yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's
Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, Don, I really think that I don't know what. That's why I think if they're going to release that 1/6 Return of the Jedi Vader, I think with all the excitement we're all talking about here with other things Vader, I don't know with that actor from Return of the Jedi how much excitement that is with all this stuff going on with Hayden Christensen, the stuff we're talking about, coming out with that at that time. If they came out with it now, they can get it out in a year because they already have the head sculpt.
You know what I was thinking? Sorry. Since we're gonna have the Obi-Wan, series coming, but also I'm thinking that they can actually also do a DX Vader, right? Now that they're doing DX versions, maybe they can just drop a DX. I think Don said it before. Somebody said it.
Well,
but
as far as the Vader, I don't know if they could actually, because the thing is, all right, so if you do, like even with the New Hope, his chest box, there's no light up functions, and I don't even know what that is. I'm not even sure if his panels lit up. Hold on, let me see. So his side panels do light up. That would actually be kind of an easier Vader figure for Hot Toys to make, actually, because there'd be the only electronics would be in the belt, the 2 LEDs, and that's an accessory that just snaps on with the battery packs already in them. So it would be just molding, and then throw a head sculpt in there. And if again, they would just need to remold the Rogue One Vader, the chest piece, and and then use parts from the Tarkin 2-pack. There's your Obi-Wan Vader. Because that would be canonically correct without breaking canon. Because he's not going to wear a more advanced suit than what we see in A New Hope or Rogue One.
Right.
Yeah. A cool DX 2-pack or a DX Vader would be the Revenge of the Sith Vader with the charred body of Anakin Skywalker.
And the med pod.
And the med pod, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the ultimate DX right there for Vader.
And like I said before, specifically for that, if you're going to do that and include Anakin in the med pod, Well, then you're going to need to buy 4 or 6 Coruscant Guard clone troopers to enact the bridge scene.
Bring them on.
And then, of course, you're going to need, Return of the Revenge of the Sith. Yep. Or just a general prequel trilogy Palpatine.
Yep.
Now, that's the thing, though, guys. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. That Coruscant Guard, there's not a lot of pre-orders for that. It's been low. It's been low. It makes sense because there's not much you can do with a Coruscant Guard at the moment. So not many people are going to pick it up.
Well, there's a couple of figures, like the one we were just mentioning, that helps.
Yep.
Yeah, it does help in the long run if they do release it. That's why it's always fun having accessory figures because there are figures out there from Hottoys that are considered accessories to other characters, like the Royal Guards. The reason why I got 2 of them because they're accessory to the throne / Palpatine.
Maybe they would come out with a. I don't know. I know that Hasbro has done this. Hot Toys never have, but it'd be interesting. I mean, they've come out with Trooper 2-packs. You almost wonder if they would come out with a multi-pack of clone troopers or something to that effect.
I've seen 2-packs before. That's the
Yeah.
most I've seen.
Yes.
Like
Well,
the Rogue One
Sideshow's done them.
2-pack. Yeah, like the
clones.
Rogue One. Mm-hmm,
No, specifically for the clones, they've done. They did, what was it? Waxer and Boyle, and that came with like a little mini figure that says Grogu. I think they did the ARC Trooper 2-pack. Now that 2-pack I think is going for like $1,200 now.
Yeah, now $1,200. Before you can get that for between $300-$350, or before the whole hype started. And then when the hype started, it just kept going up and up and up, and it just can't come down.
Yep.
Oh, that 2-pack, man, it's getting wild.
Yeah, I've seen some of the comments in here. Coruscant Guard would go good with Fox. I mean, we've talked about Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
Fox goes good with Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that would be a smart one. I mean, the 212th, the Airborne Troopers, Cody's already out. I mean, I know you mentioned that before, Don, too. I think the Airborne, I think you did anyway.
And then if they do the Airborne, guess what? That helmet is the base for the Purge Trooper.
Right.
That is true. Yeah, if they do that, if they get the Purge Trooper out there.
Yep. So I mean, if they would ever do that, that's like a far off, potential project. But I don't see that something tackled for a while. Just like the same idea. You've got the chess piece to make General Veers, and now and if they do Veers, you're going to need to make AT-AT pilots.
Yeah.
It's all just like a giant. Oh well, if they do this, they can do that. This matches up. It's like literally 100 degrees of Star Wars.
And if they just give us Bespin Han, boy, that matches up with a lot. If they can just do that,
Exactly.
We can make it simple for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
I mean, at this point, though, nothing would surprise me.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, with Star Toys, he's like, clone pilots, maybe oddball. Here's the thing, though, man. Hot Toys, when they announced the 501st Clone Troopers, they just opened the floodgates to so many possibilities that has to do with damn clone troopers, clone pilots, the Clone Wars. Hell, man. Freaking hell. One of the best things that George Lucas has ever done is just create a marketing for just stormtroopers, and that including the clones. That's just so much money right there that you can just throw in because of the aesthetics.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that Hot Toys might actually tackle, like I've said before, some of the more insane troopers, like the Scuba Trooper. And then there's
that Scuba Trooper so much.
I do actually. That thing, it's like.
Why not?
Yeah, it's such a unique stormtrooper look. Clone trooper. It's one of those things. Is like it's aesthetically pleasing to look at least for me.
I'll be fine with the with that trooper if they give us a Kit Fisto, because I would like to pose them up with the Kit Fisto.
That can be coming too. We haven't talked about him. They already got the prototype of
They
that.
do. I think they got the Revenge of the Sith. That's the thing. I think they're waiting till Revenge of the Sith, 20th anniversary, and then they're gonna just start dropping Revenge of the Sith figures.
Yeah. But Don, one of the things we were talking about before you came on was how are they going to release these Star Wars figures between now and May 4th? Are they going to dump everything on May 4th, or would they actually okay, look, here's one on Sunday, which is an off day, kind of for them, but it kind of oh, we're exciting. What are they going to do May 4th? They give us on Monday, May 3rd, they drop one, and then everyone starts building up. What are they going to give us on the 4th? They got to give us on the 4th. I really think they could do something like that, at least on the 3rd anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they could do a lot of things. One thing I could potentially see is leading up, they're gonna show stuff, but it's gonna be cause baby crap. And
yeah,
honestly, and then the 4th we may get say the good guy figures, and then May the 5th we might get bad guy figures, and then everyone thinks it's done, and then we get something announced Friday, as a surprise.
Yeah, Thursday night, something like that.
Or they can just release something kind of like nobody expected, something I don't know, maybe another trooper, right? And then start each day passes, they just give you something better, right? But they start with a trooper, then they make it to another maybe middle character, and then a main character, and then on May 4th, something oh shit,
Dude,
I mean,
Commander Gree would be freaking amazing. Of course it would be.
It goes with that Yoda, bro.
Yes, the aesthetics for Commander Gree just sells money, man. It just prints money. Bro.
Yeah, and even though that's an Attack of the Clones Yoda, who cares? I mean, it's basically that goes great with that figure, which they've reissued already. Yeah, I mean, you got to think they're going to capitalize on these clones. But I'll tell you, at the end of the day, the figures that they've teased, and we're talking about, okay, Mandalorian is hot. They already teased the Luke in the Dark Trooper, and they already teased, obviously, the Mandalorian with Mandalorian Season 2. You have to think that they're going to put these out between now and May 4th. I mean, as a sure bet, they already teased it. They probably have most of it done.
Mm-hmm.
Prototype.
Yeah, and I mean, exactly. I mean, with the Bad Batch coming out, Mandalorian being put on the side bench, at least in production terms, I wouldn't also potentially see there's seeds in Bad Batch that lead into the Mandalorian directly, including we might actually see the Siege of Mandalore. I mean the Night of 1,000 Tears in Bad Batch itself.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get some cameos from maybe Heavy Infantry Trooper. You never know.
Because it would be because it would be a lot easier to explain the backstory in animation and go in a lot more depth than it would be to do it, live screen. Because if you're gonna go, Filoni, he would leave so many breadcrumbs. He would make things so intricate. It would take the whole season just for him to lay all the groundwork for the actual battle that's going to happen for Mandalore.
Hell, we might even see a Vader. You guys ever consider that we might see a Clone Wars Vader? A Clone Wars Bad Batch Vader popping up?
I would love it. And I did think of that through my head. I was thinking, what if they actually gave us a Vader like that? And would they actually make it a little bit different, or would they not? Or would they just keep to...
Well, it will probably look like the Vader that we saw at the end of Season 7, where he was going through the snow, picking up the lightsaber from Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll probably look just like that. But, there is an opportunity just to get in a Vader. Hottoys just loves throwing Vaders.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely can see it. But like that one you also flashed on the screen, though, with that head sculpt being done, you have to think how difficult would it be to shrink that down and just say, here you go. I mean, because they pretty much... I mean, honestly, too, guys, they already... Even if they gave us the... could they really just give us the ESB body and then just give us the rest of the head sculpt in a way and just kind of tweak a couple
Hottoys
things?
has done that before. Hottoys has done that before, where they borrowed bodies and just redid it. They did that for Star-Lord for Infinity War. Yeah, same jacket, same pants, same head sculpt, just different eyes. So they borrowed figures before.
No, actually, I think that has repainted maybe better.
Yeah, it's repainted, but they shifted the eyes back. It's still the same head sculpt, but they repainted stuff like that.
Right. To answer the question from Combat, it says, is it possible to have a Bad Batch character on May 4th, which means any figure in there? I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do a Bad Batch figure on May 4th. I think they're gonna stick with either the OT or Bando characters. That's just my 2 cents on that.
Well, the thing is, like, May the 4th, we were getting Bad Batch, the first 2 episodes. So it wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see one figure or the gang of them.
Maybe after maybe after that they probably will see, but maybe they're gonna.
I'll see Hunter, the leader
Maybe
of the
teasers.
Yeah.
Maybe teasers, right? Like, yeah, but not like a full reveal or like a full announcement.
What I could see though is I could see that Fennec, or Tarkin or something where they're like, look, characters that are prominent in the Bad Batch, and then tease us with Hunter or, like you're saying, some of those characters in there. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be real interesting because. But, in the trailers, you do have to wonder. There are, like they are revealing that there's characters we know that are in there, that are in The Mandalorian, that are in, Rogue One, A New Hope, Tarkin, Maybe they just give us an Emperor. Maybe they just go ahead and give it, look, you know what, here you go. Here's your Revenge of the Sith Emperor. By the way, goes with the Bad Batch. Enjoy.
I just want a Tarkin, though. I just want a Tarkin. Just give me a Tarkin. I don't care. I don't care if it's Bad Batch reissue. I do not care. Just give me a Tarkin with brown hair. I don't care. I just need that head sculpt. Give it to me.
Give me Grievous and none of this matters.
None of this matters.
They don't have to come up with nothing else. They come up with all the cosplay or whatever it is.
Here's the thing, though. I think we talked about it.
You are a bold one.
Yes. Well, I think we talked about it, but I want to hear what Don Prime has to say. Don Prime, how do you feel about General Grievous? It's becoming a meme now. In Aries' live stream about Grievous.
All right, it's one of those figures that it's almost too niche for Hottoys to think about because of what it would cost to buy.
Damn,
and then it was one of those things, they're not including LEDs for the lightsabers now, especially like with Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. How could the Hottoys get away with not giving Grievous light ups? But then you're also running into issues. Design and engineering, you're going to have to find ways to split his arms. And then if they include the LED sabers, that they're going to have circuitry and inside the joints. And then how are they going to do the power connections? Is it going to be battery? How are they going to install batteries? Because his arms are pretty much thin almost to the joint. So it's a lot of engineering questions.
Right, but I think Sideshow was able to pull it off, right? In a way, right? I think that Grievous wasn't that bad. It was just had too many issues. If Hottoys can just kind of revisit that and improve it, I think it will be a good option to have out. I don't know about the combining arms because that will require a lot of engineering, lighting, and all that. That's a lot. It's a lot of things to take into account. But I mean, maybe they have something, like to reveal. I don't mean, who knows? It will be nice, though.
If it does happen, I would say this. Hottoys, if you do create the General Grievous, it has to be a DX. It has to be. It has to be the ultimate DX to end all DXs. That would be the ultimate. No, literally, that would be the ultimate DX.
$5.99.
For all the engineering you're putting into it. Come on, man. It would be the ultimate DX. It would rival that of what they had to do with the Hulkbuster, with all the engineering for that figure. You know what I mean? Just to get the Grievous to work that way, especially with the okay, the bells and whistles, the lights. Okay, I'm fine. We don't need that. But the actual lightsaber, the spinning articulations, the forearms popping off, man, dude. That's why I feel that if they ever do that, it has to be a DX, and it has to be the price of the price pushing for a DX. And it could be maybe what, $700, $800, the most expensive DX of all time.
I almost feel like you'd have to assemble him together, in a way, for them to be able to package it and engineer it, and maybe those assembly parts would be where there's die cast in there, so that they, it's more rugged in a way, and then the rest is plastic.
And it stands the test of times.
That almost sounds like it's like an Iron Man power pose, though. You know, because you'll have it's one of those things. He's so uniquely designed. You're gonna need to find a way to ensure he doesn't fall over, especially if you have his arms split over.
The Sideshow Grievous, even though it was a great Grievous to have, had that issue about standing. Like it was it has trouble standing on its own. Like you literally need that. I love how Sideshow, right? They made a figure that can't stand worth a damn, and they give you a crotch grabber that's too damn small for the damn freaking figure in the first place. I mean, like, how does this work, Sideshow? How does this work? The figure can't even stand on its own, and then you give us a stand that's too damn small for it.
Well, here's the thing, because you got that Boba Fett Deluxe $4.95. You get some of these. You got the Nightmare Batman and the Dark Suit Superman around the same price. So I honestly really think, though, if they wanted to charge as much as $500 or $4.95 or $4.99 US for a Grievous, I would pick it up all day. I think I think if it's $500, it's a winner.
Yeah,
I think they could charge that much for the engineering that they'll have to do for that figure, because it's so niche. But I think that it's niche in a way where it'll just bring in so many people, like that Clone War, because it's like, oh wow, look, Hottoys is doing a Grievous. You know what? I'm going to start collecting Star Wars Hottoys, because that would be the most ultimate Grievous that is out anywhere. Just like that Clone Wars Ahsoka was the most ultimate Ahsoka out anywhere. And I think you bring some of those fans in, but it would. I think it'd be expensive. But if they could do it $500,
nah, $500 is like the low end. And mid would be $700. That's like, and that's like being reasonable.
What did Well, that was a long time ago. I was going to say how much they charge for theirs, but you can't even.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yep.
But Trick here is asking, so now that Boba Fett is off pre-order, should I buy it now? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind asking that question? Buy it. Buy it. Do not let it sit there.
It's going, baby.
Are you out of your damn mind? People are asking me these questions. Yes, buy it.
That's a trick, nasty question.
Yeah, my Fett comes tomorrow.
Oh God, buy it. I'm sorry if I'm reacting this way, but dude, you're living on borrowed time with that figure. Okay?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's basically a deluxe Boba Fett, because he has all the armor to create an alternate look, including another helmet. So I'm gonna take the parts, use it on my old Sideshow Fett, and use the Rex head sculpt. I mean the Cody head sculpt, like Nate, in making an amalgamation figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I did with my Boba Fett. Yeah, he's up there too.
Put Boba Fett. Put him in the cargo hold, baby. Get him in the cart.
Speaking of Boba Fett, come on, the Big Daddy Jango Fett. I'm surprised that he has not been getting a lot of love as of late. But it makes sense because this figure doesn't come out till next year, maybe spring. January 2022, March 2022. Nah, I see more like spring. That I could see this being spring.
Actually, I probably think that these figures here are probably gonna come out on time. Actually, I don't know why I have that thought because they're so bucked up right now that they need to start releasing stuff to try to catch up to this type of figures. But it all depends of what Hottoys releases also to help this figure out, right?
Nice job on the order, man.
If we were in a stadium right now, or we should all get together at a stadium and then make sure Hot Toys is watching and chant Mace, Mace,
Exactly.
Mace.
This is one of those figures, like it's beautifully designed. It looks awesome, but for me, without Mace, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? I mean, if you love Jango Fett, or if you want to go all out on Mandalorian, sorry, go on out, grab it. It's a beautiful figure, but again, for some people, like I view this almost as an accessory to Mace.
Mm-hmm. Well, they can play around with Mace, or Dooku as well, right? Because there was more that he was with Dooku on the balcony, right?
Yeah. Django, Dooku, and Mace were there. You know,
yeah.
So it is a possibility also that they might say, you know what, let's reissue Dooku. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, Dooku had low pre-orders, so it didn't last.
I think everyone was there.
Yeah.
Fisto was there. I think they're all there.
Yeah, we just want to reissue a bunch of characters. So just
Padme was there.
Just reissue stuff.
Yeah, Padme was there. So listen, give us a Mace, give us Padme.
We will not complain.
I was surprised that Jango Fett, when they released the Jango Fett, everybody was like, "Oh my god, go through the promo pictures, find Mace." There was no preview of Mace, and that hurt me a little bit. You know, I was like, everybody was doing it. Where's Mace? Where's Mace? The comment section were going crazy because they're like, "There's no Mace in the promo pictures. How could you do this to us?"
Because they want to shock you. They knew you would be shocked in 2021 when they unveil him on May 3rd.
May 3rd, man. Oh my god. Here's the thing, though. As of late, the only figure that we've seen that's been teased in a promo shot as of late has been honestly either I'm not going to consider Mandalorian because the Mandalorian Din Djarin, they're the best cards. They're too similar. But the Mandalorian Luke really had that big tease in the Dark Troopers promo pictures.
Well, he's coming May 4th. I mean, come on. That's definitely a May 4th release. Unless if they release him earlier, wow, then I'm really excited what they're going to release May 4th. But that's got to be one that's coming.
But
they just released Ahsoka. I mean, they just released Ahsoka from what was that episode? Was that 5? I think it was episode 5, right?
Yes.
You got the Boba Fett from episode 6. They have to give you Luke, and it's May 4th, so he's kind of like the king of Star Wars, really. Besides Vader, I mean, it's you got to do him. I think he's coming.
Yeah, I also believe that, you know, and as much as I want the Bespin Luke, I think they might dodge Bespin Luke, and we're going to go straight into Mandalorian Luke, and that's where the money is. Literally, that's where the money is right now.
Well, that's what I've been thinking for a while, unfortunately, and like I said, there's not a week that goes by that I don't consider. Matter of fact, someone in one of our groups said they just bought the DX07 at a pretty good price. I mean, I think about buying that set every week because I just want a Bespin Luke, but I don't know. I almost feel like it's more. I almost feel like you got a better chance getting Bespin on, but I don't know. But I mean, they can do them both. I'd love it. I mean, they can do them both because maybe if they release them both at the same time, there's a lot of hype for Luke, and let's go ahead and get the Bespin Luke. And then they kind of feed off each other. And then, like you said, Nate, if they change that darn head sculpt on the Snowspeeder pilot Luke at the same time, maybe they all start feeding off each other.
Yeah,
like I said,
that Snowspeeder Luke is literally the Return of Jedi head sculpt there. And if they release the Bespin Luke, they got to, man. They got to move that Bespin Luke head sculpt. And if it's new and it's a new head sculpt, it's nothing like the Return of Jedi head sculpt, just move the Bespin Luke head sculpt over to the Snowspeeder. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, Sideshow Award is up. Sideshow Award is up. What is it? What is
$2.
it? $2. Get the money. Get the money.
The Seven Dwarves.
The Seven Dwarves. Get the money, folks. Get the money. We're taking a pause real quick.
All for that dollar.
All for the dollar, okay? All for that dollar, baby. Dollar bills, y'all.
But yeah, I mean, I think I mean, I would really hope that we get a couple of releases, and I do think that the Mandalorian Luke. I mean, Dante, you're the one that got some kind of intel, right? That a Luke is coming, right? Or you're some
they told me that Luke a Luke will be announced by May 4th.
Which one do you think it is?
I think it's gonna be heavy Mando Luke. I think, it has to be something related to the show. They have options. I mean, that's a good thing. They have so many options. But I think it's going to be Luke from Mando.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be exciting. I think if they wanted to market it correctly, I think that they saw exactly what happened when they came out, guys, with that Ahsoka from The Mandalorian. It got a lot of us all hyped up. It got a lot of people on their tippy toes. It's got a lot of people talking about Hottoys. So if they do another one again, and even before May 4th, they're probably going to have a lot of people that are just going to continue on that wave. Even if they just gave us one Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then everybody's holding their breath on the 4th. And Don, maybe you're right. Maybe they also give us one later in the week. They do one on a Thursday night after the 4th as well. I don't know, but I really feel like I think they're going to give us. If I were to guess right now, I think we're going to get 3 to 4 releases and like 2 teases.
Yeah, I mean, the money is in Mandalorian and then the nostalgia figures, OT prequels. I absolutely see them striking while this is the point where they can kind of go all in because, again, the Mandalorian's been delayed. We know we're getting something with Book of Boba Fett. So this is their point. They can kind of maybe experiment a little bit or, again, go back to their bread and butter.
Yeah. And really, they have an excuse when it comes to Marvel fans and DC fans and spreading the joy everywhere. This is the time right now, May 4th, where everyone's like, well, it's May the 4th be with you. Of course, we're all expecting a bunch of Star Wars. So I think now is the time where they can be like, hey, here's a heavy dose, which will be 3 figures, maybe 4, couple announcements, and then they can be done for a month or a little bit there. But yeah.
Now, Single Songwriter says, what if we get a Mando Luke on the 4th and a Darkside Anakin for the 6th of May? Now, even though how much awesomeness would that be, the problem is Darkside Anakin will probably be reissued at some point. But it won't be reissued this quickly. It'll probably be reissued when the Kenobi show starts rolling in. Because there is going to be a moment where, and possibly Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, is reprising his role as, the Revenge of the Sith Anakin, and going through the temple, wiping out Jedis. There could be a moment like that. And there we go. That's the flashback. That's how we get Darkside Anakin back in the game. But you won't get the lava droid, though. You won't get the lava droid.
No, you won't get that. I actually could potentially, Nate, also. I could see them reissuing that, and that was an exclusive like the Nightmare Batman. Why don't they put that in a 2-pack? Like maybe they give you the new Obi-Wan.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
And they put it in a 2-pack.
Out of your mind. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Listen, we're not even talking about Lobot, guys, and I don't understand why not. Listen, they got to sell Lando figures. Lando's way down.
What? Here's the thing, though, about Lobot, okay? I know we're all on this Lobot trade, okay? Just because of the freaking meme, all right? But what I'm trying to say is you will sell more Landos if you just drop the Bespin Han.
Bespin Han with a Lobot? Yeah, there you go. I don't know how that would work.
Well, Bespin Han, yeah, of course we're going to get the Lobot. Of course we're going to get the Lobot eventually. Here's the thing, though, like, what is so appeasing? If somebody explain to me what's so appeasing for Lobot, okay? Tell me.
Well, listen, just like you want the battle droids, to go with this and that, and you want these clone troopers to go with this and that. Don't you want Lobot to go with Colt 45, baby? I mean, come on, you got your.
Well,
Okay.
Your computer was drinking a little Colt 45 there.
Okay, look. If the Lobot comes in with the Colt 45 1/6 accessory just for our boy Lando, I'll be game. I be game.
Day one for you.
Day one, absolutely day one. Well, Lobot will always be day one for me, but I'm just saying it will be absolutely day one with the damn Colt 45.
I know it's been 2 weeks or whatever it's been, week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't even know, but they dropped Ahsoka with Ahsoka already on pre-order. It doesn't really make sense. So anything that they're going to do between now and May 4th may not make sense either. That's what I'm saying.
there is another Lobot. Yeah, there is. It's called Arc Trooper Echo.
You know what? He brings up a great point, Andreas, because now Filoni and Favreau, they give you a history of Lobot. Maybe there's a bunch of, a couple of Lobots or something from, before they got into, or maybe Lobot actually in the Mandalorian. He's out of Cloud City, and maybe he's with Thrawn or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Did he die?
But they could have brought back Lobot. They could have brought back Lobot in the sequel trilogy. There's so many ways they could have done things with characters, but it would have been cool if Lobot was there with old boy Lando, just partying. He's still on that planet partying. You left him there. But let me see. Okay, here we go, right here. Aries Star Wars fan fiction writer. Yeah, but I wrote some fan fiction Star Wars as well. Yeah. We all have at some point.
Lobot was the chosen one. There you go.
Lobot was the chosen one. Oh my God, Lobot 2-pack DX with Wilbur Hood plus LED ice cream. Oh my God, dude, yes.
Well,
yes,
the ice cream maker that we got with Deluxe Mando. That's what the ice cream maker is.
So from Empire Strikes Back, yeah.
Yeah, so we've already got the LED ice cream maker.
But okay, guys, we are at pretty much at 8:41. I'm feeling like we had a good stream today, guys. We had a lot of fun just talking about some figures. But as of right now, drop your one figure for May the 4th. Starting with you, Don, because you came in last.
At this point, for what I personally want, I want to see clankers. I want to see battle droids.
You want the battle droids?
Yep.
Man, those battle droids will sell the stat for Anakin. Most definitely.
Yeah, and I definitely see them doing multiple packs, 2 packs, possibly different variants, because we've already seen the B1 and the B2. Then we're gonna get the tactical droids, the commando droids. I mean, the sky's the limit because those are the actual enemies of the clones. It's not like normal droids like the R2 series. The sky's the limit with the clankers.
All right, Dante.
Well, everyone talking about Luke, but something that I would like to see definitely is a C-3PO figure. That for sure. If it's a C-3PO with R2-D2 2-pack, that would be even better. But that will be my hope for May 4th. Or before, I don't care. I just want to see C-3PO.
Okay, no, I got you, man. Okay, Aries. I know you got some wild possibilities going through that head right now. What you got?
Well, I think we all agree that the Mando Luke is coming. But besides that, I really feel like we're going to get the Clone Wars Kenobi. I think they're going to do it.
The Clone Wars Kenobi?
Yeah, I think it's coming.
I don't mind the Clone Wars Kenobi. And aesthetically, that's like the hero Kenobi, the General Kenobi. that we know and love from the Clone Wars, and I like the armor. The only thing I am concerned about is if when they finally release it, they have a similar issue with what happened to the Revenge of the Sith Kenobi, where everybody was going mad with the head sculpt because it was nothing like the prototype.
Mhm.
Well, it's still there. It's like 75% compared to the 100% that was the prototype, and I think a lot of people were having issues with that because like Easy, he went to the con, he saw the damn head sculpt himself, and he did explain in his video on the unboxing way back when he did say that this head sculpt is not what we got from the cons. But I still enjoy the head sculpt from the Revenge of the Sith. And,
Yeah.
From what I've seen from the prototype from the Clone Wars version on Sideshow, no, not Sideshow, but the Sideshow previews, that I love that head sculpt, and I'm hoping that we do get that one. But like I said, it's up in the air, and I think that's one of the reasons why we have not seen it come out yet, is because maybe we're having issues with getting the full likeness with that head sculpt.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yes.
If I could actually, there we go.
Clone Wars Anakin needs him. I feel
Yes,
it.
he does.
Okay, so Pizza, he's like, Hottoys have to stop being lazy with their head sculpts, especially on dated ones like Luke's. Head sculpts are the ones, let me see, are the one of the main selling points for Hottoys. That is true. That is true that the head sculpts is the moneymaker. That's what we spend the money for, is the damn head sculpts, right?
That's why people come in.
That's why people come into play. But that's the thing, though, guys. I think that's a good question to end the stream. How do you guys feel about head sculpts these days? Is Hot Toys losing their touch? Because, like I said, I'm new to this hobby. This is my second year going in collecting Hot Toys. So
Right. I mean, I think you need to measure like it is a good question, but you know, you're gonna have in anything, you're always gonna have a couple of a couple things that are not 100% right. But if you measure Hot Toys, I mean, I will say 90% of the head sculpt they do are really good, and maybe 95, and then maybe 5% are okay, kind of like Tony's tank, for example,
Tony's
the
tank.
Ant-Man, laughing head sculpt, you know. I cannot talk about prototypes because they're prototypes, right? Until this final release, then I can just make my judgment of it. But if you think about it, like pretty much all the head sculpts are pretty spot on, Like I haven't seen one besides those. Actually, not even Tony's tank, because I think that wasn't that bad either. But maybe the Ant-Man was the
it wasn't too
one.
bad.
Maybe the Ant-Man was the one that was kind of like, okay, that looks. No matter how you look at it, looks weird, and
It
that's
looks
the
like
one.
he was
But
a fresh cut. Yeah, it looks like he
yes,
was on an ad for Fresca.
I mean, think about it, right? The Mark 50 has sculpt, very nice. Captain America has sculpt, very nice. Obi-Wan Kenobi's from the old Obi-Wan Kenobi, very nice. Han Solo, we can name a lot of nice house sculpts. It's really only a few that are not 100%, but I think it's just a minor thing. I don't think it's a huge deal. I don't think they're going down. I think actually they're improving a lot.
Yeah, I feel they are improving. The one thing, my only concern is just the materials. I think they need to improve the materials. And then, like Easy would say, rackety joints.
Ratchet joints.
Ratchet joints. There
Yeah.
you go. Okay, Don, what do
That
you
would
think?
be a plus.
That would be.
I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, ratchet joints is awesome for anything because that actually knows it's a quality joint. I gotta agree with that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now, which is weird.
No, it's fine. We'll return to that question in a later stream if you want.
Yeah.
Because you just got back from vacation. I feel you. But Aries, your take.
I think that they are. I personally think that the head sculpts are in improving. Actually, I think that the artistry, the artistry that they put into it improves. I feel like the tailoring on some of the figures are improving as well. Especially during a time where there are some things like you're saying, the ratchet joints, and some things where they can be more innovative. But I think with COVID-19, it's all about survival, and it's more service oriented for all companies, and you got to kind of put innovation a little bit on the back burner to try and survive. And I think with all of that, when you factor that in, just from a business perspective, I think that they're doing a great job, and I love with the head sculpts that they're coming out with. I think that they're really putting a lot of time and detail into it. So I think that Hot Toys in general, it'll continue to evolve and improve, especially when we break out of COVID-19 and they're able to focus in on the next generation. But for me, no, I'm very satisfied. I think that the head sculpts are, I love that Ahsoka one. I love everything that they're doing. So
I mean,
yeah.
I'll just chime in. I think, like someone did bring it up, not every head sculpt you're seeing is done by the same person. So there's a lot of subjectiveness in the head sculpt, both from the perspective of the sculptor, who then, is sent to the painter, and then what you see. Everything is subjective. And the thing with the paint, it's based on the sculptor or the artist's, subjective interpretation of the character's face. So therefore, he may take artistic license, and then when it goes to paint, that artistic license doesn't, match up directly. And then it gets to you. You might like it or you might not, but not everyone is the same.
Agreed. And at the end of the day, everything comes down to how it is painted, the detail on the painting, because that make a huge difference. If they would have painted the teeth of Ant-Man differently, it would actually look a bit better. So its paint application is very important. So yeah, I agree with that.
Nope, that is true. That is true. But yeah, guys, that's all we have for today. As far as like the next streams are concerned, I do believe that Hot Collectibles has a stream happening on Friday. Can you explain that, good sir?
Yes, I have a live stream on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My friend Eris is going to be on the show. We're going to have also Desi from Metamorphic Customs, and one more guest to be announced shortly. So just make sure that you subscribe to the channel, tune in for the live stream, because we're going to have a lot of awesome topics to discuss on that night.
And then we also got another stream happening with Aries on 6-Scale Cantina. Aries, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And we'll be having our live stream on Saturday again. We're going to go live at the Market Value Chart Show at 6 p.m. this Saturday. I'm going to be giving away a couple of giveaways, Sideshow gift certificates. So, we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're going to be marching really close here to May 4th. So, we're going to have, Nate's going to be on there geeking out here. We're going to have the man of Hot Collectibles and another extra special guest. So just tune in. And for everyone going on the chat, I don't really chat a whole lot when I'm on these shows because I stay focused. But thank you all so much for I've seen a lot of comments throughout the stream congratulating me, and I do appreciate that very, very much. So thank you guys. But yeah, this Saturday, 6 p.m. I can't wait. I'm stoked.
Good. As far as my streams are concerned for Geeking Out, I decided that I will be doing Tuesday streams on selective days whenever I do have a guest coming in that can make it for the 8 p.m. stream. But other than that, I think I'm going to go back to my Wednesday and Sunday streams will be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesdays, we can extend it a bit more from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So our next stream, if Don is available, Don, will you be available for Sunday?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I got Don for the 8 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m. stream for Sunday. Whoever wants to be available to come in, you're more than welcome. At the moment, we got a lot of things happening for next week as far as like May the 4th streams are concerned. I might be if I'm gonna be pulling a midnight stream on May the 3rd going to May the 4th, it's gonna be wild. So
Right.
that's the planned stream for next week for my May the 3rd to 4th stream, because I wanna stay up, see if Hottoys pops up something, and then possibly just I might be actually doing an unboxing that day. I got the not quarter scale. I got the 40th anniversary Vader coming in this week. So I'm
Nice.
thinking of unboxing it while we're streaming that night. And
pretty cool.
again, guys, if you're available, you can pop in. I'm not gonna start the stream at midnight. I'm probably gonna start the stream like around 6 p.m. Pretty much the same time for May the 3rd. And then gonna extend that all the way through midnight. Oh my God, it's gonna be wild.
That's really crazy.
I'm gonna need freaking energy drinks for days. Oh my God,
A lot of coffee.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, oh my god. Okay, unbox.
If you-
Joe Cola and Red Bull.
Really, then if you allow me one more minute, sorry. I'm gonna also be doing a giveaway on my channel for my 4,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, because you need to be subscribed in order to qualify for the giveaway, which is gonna be announced actually when I get the 4,000. I will select the winner. So if you comment on my latest video, which is gonna be probably Friday, I'm gonna put a video. So if you comment on that video, any comment, you automatically enrolled for the giveaway when I hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm only 120, I believe. So it could be hopefully very soon. And that's it.
And the links are down below. You want to check out the other channels as well. So it's gonna be a fun week next week. So guys, I do appreciate all of you coming. We peaked at 70, 72, 73. It was pretty cool. The funny thing is, freaking Sideshow pops up, and I'm like, crap! They're following me, bro. I'm telling you, I want to peak. I want to keep peeking on the live streams, just that Sideshow keeps popping up, and I'm like, darn you, Sideshow! I'm like freaking Captain Kirk against Khan. Sideshow. They're always getting me. But anyway, guys.
Eventually, Kirk does get Khan.
Eventually, yes, that is true. That is true, though. Oh my God! But yes, guys, thank you again. Thank you, everyone. And remember, everybody, we're just men trying to make our way into the hot toy universe. Take it easy, guys. May the 4th be with you.
Good night, guys.
Good one, folks. See you next week.
See ya.
Later.